62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Is he slow? Oh, heck no. It's not your average Joe. Right here on Saints TV.
Good evening and welcome to Saint Ansgar, Iowa, home of the Saint Ansgar Saints. Here we are in game number 11 of the season, if my math is right. This is the third round of the playoffs, the quarterfinals. The Saints here at home are taking on giant killers from East Buchanan, who won a big one last week. To my left, I'm sorry, did I do introductions? Candle Genius here with Duke Scoop to my left and to his left, not your average Joe. Thanks for joining us tonight. Let's talk football. Joe, what do you have?
Yeah, hard to believe it's week 11 already, right? This fall has gone so quickly. We've played so well. It's been a lot of fun to get to this point. Can't wait to get this thing started. Going to be a whale of a football game. They are very similar to us. They're going to run the wishbone half the time, and they're going to run West Hancock's version of the wing T the other half the time. So we're going to see a physical football team that comes in here to Saint Ansgar to match up with our physical football team. That's going to make for a fun night. As Eric mentioned, we're 10-0, ranked number 1 in Class A. They come in unranked, but just knocked off the number 6 team in Lisbon last week. They dominated that game, had 370 yards rushing, something like that. Just absolutely manhandled them. We talk about physicality. That's what I see when I watch that film from last week. So they've got 2 running backs that are going to be the real deal. We'll talk about them. Should be a great night of football here in Saint Ansgar.
And this time of year, I don't think it matters who's ranked. If you're left, you're good.
You're good.
No doubt.
Win tonight, you go to the Dome, and then 2 more games, and you're the championship.
Yep.
So, I mean, 3 games left. That's all there is.
Yeah.
Man, that's
big talker tonight, I think, on the Saints side of the football is going to be injuries. Again, we talked about it last week, and I know Connor King and Christian Michaels, leading rushers 1 and 2 and leading tacklers 1 and 2, both played on defense only last week. I've seen them around town this week. I know they're working on getting healed up, but I don't know what their status will be for tonight. If we'll get them defense only, if we'll get them offense and defense, or not at all. I think that question is still out there. We'll answer here in about an hour.
Yeah, we're going to find out here real soon. It's glad to have you with us here, Duke. Usually we see Duke out there in the Duke-spheres, helping out on cameras, helping out on technical side of things, but good to have you in the booth with us tonight. So
Yeah,
thanks for being here, man.
So at LR Falk, our goal is to provide the stable foundation for our employees, their families, our customers, and our communities to thrive. Try our best to do that every day. Throughout the history of our company, one thing that really sets us apart is we still are a family-owned business. LR Falk was the company and still is the company. Part of the reason he started getting into the mining industry was he was hauling cat tractors and saw an opportunity where here's some big equipment. I think he saw that gravel and limestone was going to be a huge commodity. I think one thing that probably LR had to his advantage was the way he treated people, the hard work that it was. You weren't going to get people to do that unless they trusted you. And I don't think he ever wavered from his core values, his own, which I think were the same as ours. His family came first, honesty and quality, and do it with flair. but also knowing that he needed to keep growing and keep learning. LR and Dave, were hard workers, obviously good businessmen, treated their employees well.
You've got to produce a good product and be honest how you treat your customers, and I guess that's kind of the main thing.
Things that I try and do is just like them, different than them, but the same ideas, to be financially strong. We need to have that foundation for things to happen. And I think that's really what I'm so proud of, is that we have stood the test of time through a lot of different things, a lot of different innovations. Keeping the equipment modern, even just trying new innovations in the crushing world. Ag Line, that's a place where we probably have one of our biggest partnerships between the ag community and ourselves to provide a quality product and also haul it and spread it. LR Fall Construction Company creates products that everybody uses in their everyday life, whether they know it or not. Whether it's a road, a basement, a sandbox. We want to be hands-on owner-operators. And I think that's important for the employees too, is there's not an employee here that, that I wouldn't do their job if I could. Partnerships might be the biggest word, because our employees, it's a partnership. Our customers, it's a partnership. Our communities, we feel, is a partnership. The dealers, the salespeople, the mechanics that come on site, it's a partnership, and we're working together to keep this going. You have to be thinking 2 weeks, 2 years, 20 years down the road, because I don't think that LR Fall Construction has ever just said, hey, we're good enough. We're still running the business the way LR wanted us to run it. Quality products and service can't take a back seat. For 100 years, we've been there for who needs us.
We are currently in our 10th year of operations here at Bet Roofing. One of the most exciting things about owning a business has been just seeing us grow over the course of that decade, from starting out again pretty small to what we're able to accomplish in the amount of square footage of roof we put on.
So this year will be our first year of being full-time roofing. So kind of what our plan is to keep on doing what we're doing right now, but obviously we want to expand and grow upon the business and probably branch out into different communities in North Iowa.
One of the things that we really pride ourselves on at BAT Roofing is the people that sell you your roof, the people that give you estimates, are the ones that actually are on the job site every single day, putting shingles on your roof, looking over projects, and just making sure that things are held to the highest quality that you would expect for your home. We know that roofing can be a pretty crucial part to protecting your house from the elements, so we make sure to be as responsive as possible to get out to your house, and if we need to cover something up short term, but we try to also make a priority as our customers contact us and reach out to us, getting them on the list and moving forward as soon as possible.
I enjoy the manual labor of it. Some people don't enjoy that, but I'm one of those people that do, and I enjoy the work. It's very fulfilling, and you get to see what you accomplished every day, and working with the people is probably one of the biggest things that I enjoy too. It's fun to seeing people satisfied with the work you do.
One of my favorite parts about roofing is seeing the physical progress you make on the job site each day. You get a lot of satisfaction from driving by properties you've done in the past and seeing what you've done and being proud of what you're able to accomplish. Definitely is a lot of hard work, but it's definitely worth it in the end as well.
Our 124,000 square foot facility houses the latest in design, manufacturing, and finishing technology. And most importantly, it is home to a dedicated group of team members committed to providing the best products and services for our customers.
We have a lot of honest, hardworking employees working together to create the best product and get it to our customers in the most time-efficient manner to keep the ag industry moving.
I would say that the key for Wold's success is truly in our employees and the fact that they care so much and are so passionate about the wheel that they build or the wheel that they ship out.
Our advanced powder coating process provides a durable, uniform, and protective surface and is available in a variety of colors. Powder coating is the fastest growing finishing technology in America and is friendly to the environment.
It's top-notch equipment that we use. We use all nice GEMA spray equipment, guns. I mean, they're top of the line, and it just makes everything easier when you have good tools and to work with.
Most of our welding is still done by hand, but our robotic welder is designed for unprecedented speed and precision and completely automates the handling and welding of component parts. CNC machines provide highly advanced automation and extremely accurate creation of parts and are utilized on both large and small orders.
We often give tours to outsiders that come in and they're just amazed at how clean our facility is, and I have to give the kudos to our employees for caring about the space that we've given them to work in. They take a lot of pride in it.
There's been a lot of longtime employees at Wold's, and I think the customers know that and they can see it and realize it, and I feel like that's why they keep coming back, and they know they're going to get a good product.
At Wool Rim and Wheel, customer loyalty, innovation, operational excellence, product quality, and leadership drive our mission to provide the best rims and wheels for off-road, ag, and construction equipment.
Consumer loans for real estate, automobiles, RVs, and dreams. Whether you are buying your first home, taking a dream vacation, or paying for life's little extras, we have a loan that will fit your needs. Saint Ansgar State Bank. Local since 1891.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you know, you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Box K Beef, premium wholesale beef. From our place to your plate.
This broadcast brought to you in part by Gordy's Repair in Stacyville, Iowa. Here on Saints TV, one of the things we like to look at every week is the stat leaders coming into tonight, just to give us an idea of what to expect. So Joe's got some information to share with us. Joe, tell us about it.
Let's start with the Buccaneers of East Buchanan. They're on the left side of your screen. They're led by senior quarterback Tristan Russell. 16 completions in 10 football games, so they're going to throw it once a half, maybe a little more than that or a little less than that, and I think that's what we'll expect tonight. 321 through the air. Their leading receiver has been Todd Dawes, Jr., 4 catches for 100 yards. So when they do complete passes, they generally tend to be long passes, but they're going to keep the ball on the ground, as illustrated by leading rusher senior Tanner Thurn. 153 carries, 1,294 yards, had 226 last week. He is what they call Thunder. And what comes with Thunder? Well, that would be the other running back, the number 2 guy, who's number 8, Hunter Bowers, 88 carries, 875 yards, and he had 144 last week.
So he's the Lightning.
He's the Lightning. Yes. He is the Lightning in that combination. So they call themselves Thunder and Lightning here. They obviously have gotten it done on the ground all year long. And a big part of that is because of they're big up front, guys. They are a big, impressive front, and that they are going to focus on running the football, and they've done it all year. We'll see it again tonight.
So, Joe, you say that they're big up front. They run the ball a lot. They kind of sound like us. But looking up and down the roster, I mean, what are we going to be looking at on the other side of this, these trenches today?
Yep. Yeah, I think it's going to be a key to this game is their size up front. We're big. They're big, too. And let me quantify that for you. 245-pound average on their offensive line. And that's with a 160-pound guy thrown in there. Okay, their center's not very big. So they have 3 guys over 275 on that offensive line. That's a big deal. They've got the number 9 ranked offensive guard recruit in the country on that side of the football. Number 79, Cody Fox, 6'5", 295 pounds is what he's listed at. He's committed to Iowa, 4-star recruit. He's the real deal. He's a legitimate test for our guys tonight, and I can guarantee you they're focused on, hey, I want to go look good against an Iowa football recruit here in high school football, right? That won't be lost on these guys. So that'll be something to watch on the East Buchanan side of the football. Good player. It'll be fun to watch that matchup all night long. Let's go over to the Saint Ansgar side of the football. Starts with junior quarterback Jay Suisow. I think this is probably, as you look at these stats, where we match up differently than they do, right? We've got 47 completions, 737 yards, added to that total very nicely last week when the commentator thought they would be conservative, and they went to the air for a couple of touchdowns to prove me wrong in delightful fashion. Hunter Hillman leads the receivers, 18 catches, 287 yards. Dylan Brum right behind him with 12 catches and 275 yards. So 550 yards passing on the year for the Saints, or for those 2 receivers, for their top 2 receivers. That's fun to see and been key to success. I think it will be again tonight as well.
And I've heard Clev say, we get this reputation of being a running football team. Oh, we just run the ball. We run the ball. We run the ball. But I've heard Clev say, if we got a guy that can throw it, and we got receivers that can go up and catch it, we'll throw the ball now and then. And I think we've seen some of that this year, and to good effect.
Yep, absolutely. And it's going to be key tonight. Jay Suisow, Hunter Hillman, and Dylan Brum will be key in that offense tonight. Rushing wise, Connor King's our leader, 99 carries, 655 yards. Again, he did not play last week on offense, did not play much the week before either. So it'll be interesting to see if he can go tonight and what that looks like. Tackle wise, Reagan Witt's our leader there with 55 tackles. He's taken the lead the last couple of weeks, done a great job of kind of stepping up his play with those other 2 guys, either limited or on the sideline in the last 2 games.
Hey, just in case you're thinking about turning that dial, don't do it. We got some pretty exciting, pretty cool things coming up. Next on the agenda is the CG scroll, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Farm Bureau.
So we got something a little different tonight.
It's your future.
Usually we have the trigger here.
Let's protect it.
For zooming.
Contact
But
Agent
Travis
Brian
got this
Putnam,
beautiful setup for downstairs.
in Saint Ansgar and Stacyville, Iowa.
Carol will be learning that a little bit, but in either case.
At K2 Agronomy, we embrace a holistic approach to crop production, focusing on soil, seed, and plant health. K2 Agronomy, helping our customers to achieve the maximum return on their investment.
Okay, and now it's time for a little segment that we like to call the CG Scroll. We're going to do some scrolling with Candle Genius here. Thank you to Varsity Bound for providing all of these stats. And by the way, you can log into Varsity Bound. Just simply Google search Varsity Bound Saint Ansgar, and you can see all of these stats of what I'm looking at. We've had a lot of people say, what does all that mean? What do you get from that? So we're just going to take a look at what these stats are, what they mean. Ultimately, they don't mean a whole lot. That's why we play the game, right? But we're going to maybe make some assumptions based on what we see. Thank you, by the way, Milkhouse Candles, for sponsoring this segment. Let's get to the CG Scroll. First line here, passing attempts. We've got East Buchanan on the left column. We have Saint Ansgar in the right column for all of these stats. Passing attempts. Obviously, East Buchanan is not a passing team. They've completed 16 passes on the entire season. That's 1.6 passes per game in a 10-game season, or completions. That's on 33 attempts. Saint Ansgar has had 51 completions on 95 attempts. Saint Ansgar's a certainly heavier passer this year than East Buchanan is. That's not always the case for Saint Ansgar. Obviously, the passing yards that you see here are indicative of the number of completions that we've had. The passing yards per completion. Now, East Buchanan has 20 yards per completion. It tells me that defenses are really focused on their running game. And so when East Buchanan does complete a pass, it's usually for big yardage. We heard Not Your Average Joe talk about that a little bit earlier, and trying to eliminate the big plays tonight. Passing touchdowns, of course, Saint Ansgar's got the edge, 14-3 in that. Interceptions, 3 for Saint Ansgar versus 1 for East Buchanan. The quarterback rating, both quarterbacks have very, very good ratings. East Buchanan simply just doesn't attempt a pass very often and frequently. And when they do, frequently is for big yardage. So that's a big reason why they would have such a good pass rating. Rushing attempts, take a look at this. East Buchanan is rushing the ball less times than Saint Ansgar is, and ultimately for more yards. Ultimately, two closely matched teams here. Yards per carry, 7.8 versus Saint Ansgar, 6.4. Gives East Buck the advantage here. Rushing touchdowns, fairly close, 43-39. But if you look at receptions, of course, this goes back into the passing information that we're talking about. So we'll scroll through that. Looking at total tackles, very evenly matched, 456-449. Solo tackles, 231-260. But taking a look at fumble recoveries, Saint Ansgar has the edge there, 13 recoveries versus East Buchanan's 7. Fumble return yards, of course, is more with more fumble recoveries. Returned for a touchdown. East Buchanan has 3 of these versus Saint Ansgar's 1. Taking a look defensively, interceptions, Saint Ansgar has a slight edge, 10-9. Interception return yards, East Buchanan's 127. It certainly tells me that they've had some big returns off of interceptions. Taking a look at kickoff returns. Now, this one to me tells me when you have a lot of kickoff returns, it tells me defensively the teams you're playing are scoring more against you because kickoffs happen after scores, typically outside of the first and second half of the game, the beginnings of the half. For kickoff returns, obviously with more kickoff returns, the yardage is going to be more for East Buchanan in that. Taking a look down here at punt returns. Now, quite the opposite. When your defense is good and you're stopping your opponent, they tend to punt the ball more often. St. Ansgar has an edge there, and it tells me that defensively, St. Ansgar is in a much better position tonight. Yards per return, 18 to 18.5, very evenly matched. This is an interesting stat to me. The PAT attempts, that's point after touchdown attempts. When they score touchdowns, East Buchanan tends to go for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes this stat means that they don't believe in their kicker. But if you look down here, they have attempted 2 field goals this season. It's super uncommon for any high school team to attempt field goals. St. Ansgar is 2 for 2 on field goals. So it tells me that they do believe in their kicker. But let's go. I'm going to scroll down here to the 2-point conversions. I know it's the last piece of data on here, but East Buchanan, interestingly, when they score touchdowns, they tend to go for a 2-point conversion. There are 31 2-point conversions for a total of 62 points on the scoreboard off of those 2-point conversions. Again, what's it say? What's it tell us? It tells us that they believe in their running game. They believe in pounding that ball into the end zone in a short yardage situation like that. And it clearly has worked for them. So that's kind of all we have here for the CG Scroll. Thanks for joining us for this segment, and thank you, Milk House Candles, for sponsoring this segment. We're going to be back with a whole lot more right after this.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Canine Cabin Kenneling and Pet Services in Stacyville, Iowa.
Focus Insurance Team's experienced agents understand the unique risks and needs of the agricultural community. They offer competitive rates and comprehensive coverage to protect your farm, equipment, crops, and livestock. Choose Focus Insurance for reliable service, market expertise, and peace of mind.
At Johnson Oil, we're in business to be partners in your success.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Prairie Lakes Church in Osage. Services are every Sunday at 9 and 10:30 a.m.
When your lenders aren't farmers, it's pretty easy to make a harvest ad for them. But when your lenders are farmers, like at FSB, things get a little more complicated. So do us a favor and just ask us how we can help you grow your operation.
Wait till I get to tell them we still have to scoop manure tonight.
Hey, you're looking for a great place to watch the game? Try CB Brandt's Pub and Grill in Saint Ansgar. Want to see today's specials? Facebook search CB Brandt's Pub and Grill. 1,000 followers. Can't possibly be wrong. All right, we promised some highlights. Let's look at some highlights from last week.
All right, this is East Buchanan versus Lisbon last week. 19-yard run here by Thunder, right? We start with Thurn here. You can see low to the ground, tough run here. He finds that seam, and that's what he does to you. So 19 yards for Tanner Thurn there. 15-yard touchdown run. Stop me if you've heard this name before, Tanner Thurn. Or right up the middle.
Imagine we'll hear it a few times.
Yeah, exactly. This is what their run game looks like. 39 yards for him here. And does this formation look familiar? It should, because it's something we're going to see a bunch and that we run a bunch. And again, if he finds that seam, you're in trouble. We've got to stop that tonight if you're the Saints. 28 yards. Thurn again. Just finds a way here. This reminds me of a Reagan Witt style. Like, where did he come from? All of a sudden, he's out and to the races. 19 yards here on the ground for Thurn as well. 44. He's going to be a number you're going to hear a lot tonight. We're going to watch, and the Saints are focused on shutting him down. If we do that, you're going to get this guy. Here's number 8, Hunter Bowers, 21 yards. How many chunk plays did we just talk about there, right, in those highlights? This is how they dismantled Lisbon last week, is with big plays. Saints are going to have to stop that tonight.
I'm just watching the score go up, up, up as this game continues. Speaking of going up, 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 don't you dare turn that channel up or down. Stay with us because we're coming back with Saints highlights right after this.
One of the things that we really pride ourselves on at BET Roofing is the people that sell you your roof, the people that give you estimates, are the ones that actually are on the job site every single day, putting shingles on your roof, looking over projects, and just making sure that things are held to the highest quality that you would expect for your home.
All right, folks, time to get real. If you're not subscribed to the Enterprise Journal, you are missing out. What a great Mitchell County newspaper. They cover sports, they cover music. They cover it all from Osage to Saint Ansgar to Riceville, the student activities, the political environment. If you are a resident of Mitchell County or once were a resident of Mitchell County, you owe it to yourself to keep in touch. Great editorials from Cassandra Leff, always entertaining editorial from Lindsay Falk. Every issue, every week is packed. I mean packed with value. You've got to subscribe today. Call 641-713-4541. Do yourself a favor. You deserve it. Subscribe today. Call the Enterprise Journal and get yourself a copy coming every week. Tell them Candle Genius sent you.
For nearly 30 years, we have been a partner to the communities in Northeast Iowa, fulfilling the energy needs of our neighbors and friends. A good partner knows your business and understands your needs. Providing the highest level of service possible is our mission. Our customers count on us to reliably and safely deliver the fuel products they need to keep their productivity high whenever the need arises. We are continuously improving our capabilities by adding storage, improving the fleet, or utilizing new technology. We've put together a well-rounded team of specialists who welcome the opportunity to answer your questions and assist your plans. These efforts result in a better experience for our customers. At Johnson Oil, we're in business to be partners in your success.
Saint Ansgar State Bank has a strong commitment to farmers. We provide the highest level of service with quick turnaround time, competitive interest rates, flexible payment options, and the ability to work with you on any size loan. Our agricultural banking specialists are experienced in farming and understand the important role agriculture credit plays in your operation. Because of our ability to make local credit decisions, we respond quickly to your total agricultural financing needs. Saint Ansgar State Bank, helping you meet your financial goals.
We promised Saints highlights. Here's those Saints highlights we promised.
Last week versus Lake Mills starts off here with a 24-yard run from who else but Tyson Klein, who did a great job filling in last week on offense without Christian Michaels and Connor King. There he is, 24 yards to get the Saints started early. The defense was stout last week. Corbin Michaels here with a fumble recovery. One of 2 turnovers that Mr. Michaels was the recipient of this week, last week. We'll show you another one here in a minute. One of my favorite plays of the night is this next one. 30-yard touchdown pass, Schwiesau to Hillman, a thing of beauty, right into the corner where only Hunter can go up and get that thing. I think he's 6'7" now. I've decided he just keeps getting taller. A great touchdown there from Schwiesau to Hillman. Fumble number 2 coming up here next. You can kind of take a look at this. We call it, he's a football guy. He's a football magnet here. The ball always seems to find Mr. Connor King.
How does it happen? I don't even know.
It's just obviously the missed exchange there. He's in the right spot at the right time. And then my favorite play of the night, 69-yard touchdown pass. Schwiesau to Brum. Just a great throw. Brum runs underneath it, and he's gone. I want you to, you didn't notice it here, but the safety, Hunter Hillman's open over the middle. Hunter puts his paw up.
Yep.
And that safety screams to the middle of the field, opens up that touchdown for Brum, makes it possible because they thought it was going to Hillman. And, of course, it wasn't. Going to Brum there.
Fastest kid alive on the sidelines is a dangerous thing.
11-yard touchdown run here for Tyson Klein. Caps off the end of this game here to put that thing away. Ultimate damage done to finish it up completely is Corbin Michaels here. I told you he had two turnovers. Here's the second one. Had a fumble recovery and an interception. Just a great job there reading the quarterback size, step in front of that thing and pick it off. Saints roll last week over Lake Mills.
Tough to beat a good team twice in a season, and really delighted that the Saints could get that done. We'll be back right after this.
Whether for work or for play, having a driver's license is pure freedom. Saints Driving School offers year-round driver's education classes. Why would you wait? Call 641-420-3594 today.
As a family-owned business since 1922, we have a good feel for what it takes to be a strong and growing member of the local economy. Our hope is that our customers and employees have a warm and welcoming experience each and every time. We strive to communicate a clear vision and plan for individuals, our company, and our community's success. We work to ensure that the quality of all of our people, our products, and our services stand the test of time. If you would be a good fit for our company in a mechanical or managerial position, we would love to hear from you. Benefits include competitive pay, 401k, health, dental, and life insurance, flexible spending accounts, vacation, and holiday pay. Because we believe it's more than just a place to work. It's a place to call home.
At Farmers State Bank, we have a proud tradition of commitment of excellence.
Hey guys, what's all the big production about?
We have a couple job openings that we're looking to fill, so we're making a commercial.
Just tell them you're going to pay them well. We're really pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement or whatever.
At Farmers State Bank, we have a proud tradition of paying you, being pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement or whatever.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Saint Ansgar Chiropractic.
All right, one of the things that Joe and I look at every week is the IHSAA Class A official poll. And as we get these teams whittled down, we're down to 8 now. This gets a little bit more exciting. They haven't updated this for a couple or a few weeks, as I understand it. But Joe, tell us what you see on these polls and how it impacts what we see coming up.
Sure. Yep. So let's talk about the 8 remain, right? 10 ranked teams, 8. 8 teams in total remain. So who's off the list? Akron Westfield lost last week. Linville Sully is out. Starmont is out. And Lisbon is out. So first off, there's the 4 that aren't in there. And then that means there are 2 unranked teams, right, that remain. That would be Logan Magnolia and, of course, East Buchanan. So those are the 2 teams that remain that are unranked. The reason these rankings matter is whoever survives this week, as we go from 8 to 4, the 4 will be reseeded based on these polls. So if we project a bit, Saint Ansgar wins tonight, we will be the number 1 seed and will play the lowest seed remaining in the Dome next week. So that's kind of why those rankings matter and why those things kind of play out. So if we go to the next screen here, Eric, and we take a look at those matchups, right? Here's how we got here. This is what tonight looks like. Those are the 8 teams that remain. So those games will play out. Then the teams will be sort of seeded into what really will be a 4-team tournament that starts next week. Game to watch tonight, in my opinion, West Hancock, Wapsie Valley. If we didn't have this one to go, I think I'd be headed over to Wapsie Valley tonight to watch that one, because that's going to be a whale of a football game also. Comments, thoughts on that? What do you guys see?
You know, whether it's football or volleyball or basketball, whatever sport it is, I think when you get to this time of year, obviously we know West Hancock, we've played them, and, we've played Wapsie Valley in recent memory, but a lot of these schools are from across the state, and they're not always kids that you've played a whole lot, so there really isn't much recent memory that you have when you're beating these teams. So when you're stepping out in the field for the first time and you go for that first play, it's like you're lining up across kids that you don't really know who they are. So I think coming out and making a statement for whatever team and, punch another team right in the face and making a statement about, okay, this is who we are. You guys haven't really seen us yet. I think that's a big deal, and it can make a difference in these games.
For sure. To your point, I believe the last time, and maybe only time, St. Ansgar's played East Buchanan, I believe it was 2017. Highly ranked East Buchanan came into our place, highly ranked, and we punched them in the mouth early, won that game. I think it was 33-17 going away, and that was supposed to be this kind of game as well. So I think you're spot on. A team we don't play often, like I said, once, as far as in modern history anyway, since 2006, I could only find once that we've even played them, and that was in the playoffs as well. So I think you're spot on of how this game starts and how all these games start across the state tonight will be a huge part of how they play out.
There's so few teams left, and even as I look at this, you've got 1, 2, 3 on the top side that are undefeated. You got 1 left on the bottom side that's undefeated. I was talking with Carson earlier this week, and what he was saying was like it's a little surreal when you get on the field, and it's true all season, but particularly now when you get out on the field and you've been watching video of these guys all week. All week I've been watching videos of these guys, and then there they are. There's that big guy I've been watching all week, been watching him play, and it's almost like they're famous in your minds, right? And my take is like, how do you suppose you look to them when you're the number 1 team in the state? They've probably been watching you guys all year, not just all week. But Travis, you said it earlier, every one of these teams is good. You look at East Buchanan, you can look at both of the games that they've lost, and you can find a very good reason why they lost each of them. Everybody here is a contender to win that championship. But it's a showdown from here on out, isn't it?
Yep. Let's talk about that. East Buchanan's 2 losses. 1 to Sumner Fredericksburg, who's still alive in the 1A playoffs, right? And that was a very close game. I think 18-12 was the final there early in the season, first game, second game of the season. So obviously that was a good opponent to match up against. And then they were shorthanded. They did not have Bowers and I believe someone else against Starmont, and they got blown out, to be real honest with you. I think 44-0 or 46-0, but not with their guys, not their normal lineup that night. So I think that's that reason you can point to. And of course, we talked about it last week. West Hancock beat Starmont handily last week if you're looking for common opponents. Not sure that does us any good in terms of projections tonight, but there's the information for you.
Absolutely. Hey, we're going to be right back here with Keys to the Game. Stay with us.
Soy, wax, beads. The foundation of better candle making is built on cleaner burning, soy-based candle wax. American Soy Organics. Better wax for candle makers by candle makers.
Leaving your crops unprotected from droughts, floods, hailstorms, and pests can leave a farmer at serious risk of losing their equipment and their land, putting their family's future at risk. Beeland Ag Risk Services, your partner in crop insurance.
Nah, man. It's not a broadcast. It's a broadcastation.
And now for a segment that we like to call Saints Keys to Victory. And tonight's Saints Keys to Victory are sponsored by Beeland Ag Risk Services. Joe?
Key number one, let's start here. We start here every week, I think. Win the turnover battle. But you notice I didn't say hang on to the football or eliminate turnovers. I said win the turnover battle. There's a difference. We need a positive turnover number tonight. That'll be a key to the victory, to the Saints' victory tonight. We have had a ball-hawking defense all year long. Let's bring it tonight and go take the ball away at least once. Number two, limit big plays. We talked about it in the highlights, and you see their 20-yard run, 18-yard, 24-yard run over and over and over again. They live on big chunk plays. I think that's how they could beat us tonight, is with a bunch of those big plays. We have to stop that. I don't believe they'll be able to drive the ball consistently down the field on us. It's going to be limiting those big plays and getting them off the field. We talked about it earlier. You do a great job getting them to 3rd and 15, and then they hit a 25-yard pass or a big run up the middle and eliminate all that work, and that's a backbreaker for the defense. So we have to limit those big plays tonight. Number three, win on special teams. We haven't talked a lot about this year in terms of keys to the victory, but we talk a lot about it during the broadcast. Our kicking game, our return game, and our kickoff coverage game is excellent and has been all year. One of the things I noticed on film, I don't want to create any billboard material for the punter's mom or anything, but our special teams are better than theirs. They just are. Our special teams are better than theirs, and we have to go win on that tonight. That means field position, right? Is when we get that stop and we can get a short punt out of that deal and improve our field position, or vice versa, where, hey, they stopped us, we got a punt, well, let's go get into one. Let's go get a 45-yard punt off with no return. And instead of the ball at the 40-yard line, they get to start at the 15. That's a big deal, and that will be a huge key to victory tonight for the Saints on special teams.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you, Beeland Ag Risk Services, for sponsoring this segment. Hey, it's getting real close to game time, guys. So stick with us. We're going to be back at a camera on this field, and its kickoff is coming. So stay tuned.
Sportsmanship starts with you. Good sportsmanship means showing respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, and those around you.
Good sportsmanship is about character, accountability,
and setting a positive example in and out of competition.
Before the game starts, remember, sportsmanship starts with you.
I was an occupational therapist for about 14 years, and then I decided to join the business full-time when we had about 11 employees and developed the HR department. I got to sit down with people, get to know their stories, get to learn about their families, and really get to know who they are. Through that process, we just got to hire the best people in the world, and we really feel like we're blessed with the best.
This
broadcast is brought to you in part by Colbert Realtors, with service you can depend on and know-how you can count on.
Saint Ansgar is a thriving community in north central Iowa with a lot to offer. Founded in 1853 by a group of Norwegian immigrant farmers, Saint Ansgar is a small town with culture, character, and charm. Known as the Garden Spot of Iowa, it is a wonderful place to grow your family or business. You might not expect all the wonderful amenities you'll find here. Within our shops, you'll find unique gifts, home decor, collectibles, and antiques. You'll also find restaurants, outdoor activities, and events. Saint Ansgar is a great place to visit any time of the year, and we take pride in our schools. Our youth are provided the highest quality education in a secure, positive, and challenging environment, empowering all students to reach their full potential. Saint Ansgar welcomes visitors and newcomers with open arms and warm smiles. Come visit and see why so many people proudly call this area home.
Okay, there's one thing that we want to make sure we mention here, guys. This jersey, this number 23 jersey for the football year 2023 has 11 signatures on it. And you know what these signatures are, guys?
Would they be our 11 senior Saints?
Ooh, not your average Joe is definitely above average. Yes.
I might have had a clue. I might have had it.
So we don't know. This is, we don't know what this season will be. This could be a championship team. This could be a jersey for the seniors on a championship team. And we hope like crazy it is. By the way, I got to feel that thing. That thing is durable. I got a message this week. Are businesses allowed to participate? And the answer is, well, would a business benefit from having this hanging up in their lobby for all to see? Well, of course. The answer is, of course, a business is allowed to participate. And so we've got some businesses, some of the funds that they've donated have gone to sponsorships. You see their commercials, you see their logos across.
And that pile is different. The advertising pile is different. But if they want to give to the jersey pile, how do we do that? Remind us again, what's the process
look like? So the process is Give Butter. And I actually had the question this week, too. What is Give Butter? I'm confused by Give Butter. Give Butter is literally, it's just the name of a web service that we use just to make sure that any donations go directly to, really through Saints TV. We give everything back to the school. It's just an easy way for us to collect donations because they do take Google Wallet, Google Pay, whatever it is, Apple Pay. Basically any way that you might be comfortable giving, Give Butter allows you to do that. So you'll see that QR code on the screen. It shows up, scan it. We've got an address if you're not comfortable scanning, or if you just want to go to the website, it's literally just givebutter.com/SaintsFan. givebutter.com/SaintsFan. Pretty easy to remember. But what we're doing is we're collecting all the donations throughout the season, throughout the football season. If you've given already, any future donations will go toward your full, I'll say, the bucket of donations that you have made. And we're tallying that all up. And the biggest giver of the football season, and when the football season's over, that's when we're going to tally it up and say, okay, here's our winner, is going to win this jersey. So either for yourself or for a family member as a gift, or this is something you want to show proudly in your business, it's get on Give Butter and give. Yep. We appreciate there's been a tremendous amount of support here for Saints TV, and we're not trying to add too much extra, but this one has tremendous value. There's a reason these jerseys take a beating for years and years and don't tear. This is a real deal. This thing is super durable. So
what a cool, like you said, a cool gift for somebody that's on that. Maybe grandma wants to buy that thing and hang it up in the den, or a business here in town. Just a lot of cool stuff. You never know who on that list might be famous too. And you've got a signature.
You got it.
A great idea and a great way to give back and support Saints TV. We've had a ton of support and a ton of people ask us, how can I do something to help you? Yeah. This is a great way to help support the Saint Ansgar school system and Saints TV.
Yep, and we're all volunteers here. We're all giving of our time because we believe in this thing. So don't think that any of that is coming to us. It's not. It's all going back to the school. So thank you for your support. Thank you for giving butter and donating to our cause. Hop online and support Saints Athletics. Put a bid on that jersey. I shouldn't say a bid. It's not an auction, right? You're just donating to the cause.
Yep.
The biggest donator of the year gets this jersey. So if you want it, Saints givebutter.com/SaintsFan. Thank you. Thank you for all of your support. We really appreciate that. Well, hey, guess what time it is?
It's game time.
It is game time. Candle Genius here with Not Your Average Joe. We got Mr. Ethan running the camera next to me tonight from the Saint Ansgar Stream Team. That's a group of high school students who help us out with building a lot of the graphics, with helping us with the game, with the camera. If you're taking a look at an empty field, trust me, things are about to happen here. Take a look around here, just to take a look across the field, and we can see that there they are, the East Buchanan Buccaneers, all dressed in white tonight.
Saints being all red.
Saints will be in all red, and Ethan's got the camera positioned. I know that's where we were before. You're fine. Go ahead, Ethan. You just own it. So Ethan is running the camera tonight. He's going to get the up top footage. Down below, we got Duke Scoop with the sideline camera, kind of getting him set up. With Mr. Kyler down there at his side helping him out. The goal tonight, of course, is to give you the best view of the game possible. We've got a sideline cam. We've got a camera up on top. And guess what else we got? Replays. Folks love the replays, so we're set to replay here tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We got a bunch of you out there, 306 at the moment, dialed in to watch this game. Thanks for joining us. We're, according to the clock up on top, have 12 and a half minutes before this thing is actually set to kick off.
Doesn't get any better than this, Eric. This is what high school football is all about. These guys have worked for years, literally years, right? The guys on this field tonight to get to this position. It doesn't get any bigger than this, doesn't get any more important than games like tonight. If you're those gentlemen that have put all that time in to get here, and it's going to pay off for somebody tonight, all that hard work, and it's going to be fun to watch. Should be a whale of a football game. This is a matchup of two big physical teams that are going to get after it with similar styles. They're going to run the wishbone about half the time. We're going to run the wishbone about 80% of the time. And then they're going to run that wing T offense when they aren't in the wishbone, is what we've seen mostly from them on film. So their bread and butter here: fullback trap, power sweep, toss, ISO, and counter. Does that sound familiar? If you're a Saints fan out there, former Saints player, of course, you know that sounds very familiar. So I think we'll see a really good matchup here. Should be a fun football game. It is a beautiful night. It's not exactly warm, but it is not not terrible either. My weather says we've got a 6-mile-an-hour wind from the north and 50 degrees right now. I think it definitely feels a little cooler than that, but if you're on that field, I have a feeling it's perfect football weather. There's
no doubt about it.
Not a lot of wind, perfect temps, not hot, not cold, and away you can go. Of note there with the weather, I think that sets up in our favor in terms of the wind and no rain tonight like tonight. We talked about in the pregame, the Saints are going to pass it more than they do, so that's probably a checkbox in the Saint Ansgar column in terms of pregame favorability. As we look out during warm-ups, we tried to get a peek at Connor King and Christian Michaels. They both went through warm-ups on both sides of the football. They both looked good in terms of both of those injuries that both guys have had. They appear to be getting loose to play in this game tonight, so we will find out here in about 10 minutes what their roles will be tonight. I think that'll be a big factor. We talked about that in the pregame as well, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, your point on the weather, it's a beautiful night. It is still November.
Right.
Spectators are bundled up. We see a lot of blankets. We see a lot of layers. But what a beautiful night to play ball outside in November. To your point, I don't think it gets any better for a football player on that field, giving it 100% tonight.
Yep, exactly. It's going to be a fantastic night of football here. As you're we're waiting for the Saints to come out there of the locker room. You'll hear the PA announcer get fired up here, and your Saints will be coming out here any minute, and you'll get a look at that first red wave of the evening. You know, one of the things that as you think about high school sports and one of the cool things I think goes along with it is getting to play in front of your home fans on a home field. And we got a couple extra of those this year because this team has been successful. And I know it's something players have thought about. This is, regardless of what happens tonight, this is this senior group's last night of football on this field.
No doubt.
And you know, that's a big thing. And we talked about writing your legacy last week, and Chapter 10 was written very nicely last week, looking to write Chapter 11 tonight. This is a big deal for these kids, and to play here at home one last time, and to leave this place with a better legacy, and with, you know, kind of writing your last chapter there. I know that's something that the kids will be focused about and ready to go do tonight. You know, it's one of the first of the last for the seniors. I've got a senior, I know, Eric, you do as well, that is, you kind of have these first, like, it kind of sinks in. It's kind of real that this is, that we said it would go fast. We've talked to these kids about how fast high school goes, and now they're having this, man, this is the last time I play football on Saint Ansgar football field, you know, and so I think that's something that's out there as well, and in their minds, and they've earned an opportunity to play 3 extra games here, and what a cool deal that they got to do that this year. And I was thinking about that today, Eric, coming in, if you just said this team was going to win 10 games and be in the quarterfinals, I think it's fair to say that's unexpected. I'm not sure.
It's definitely unexpected.
You know, there was a lot of hope that this team was going to be good and going to leave a mark on the program. I'm not sure if anybody outside of the 50 guys in that room thought that it could be this good. And to their credit, they went out and earned it, went out and proved it, and have gotten better every week. Tall task here tonight. They're going to have to do it one more time to earn that trip to the Dome.
And if you're just joining us, I'll say from the Saints season perspective, welcome all those out you from East Buchanan who are tuning in tonight. Thank you for being here and enjoying the stream and watching your own kids play if you couldn't make it to the game. That's the whole point of Saints TV. Our goal is to bring the game to those who are unable to cheer from the stands. We got the Saints coming in right now, but yes, early on in the year, we weren't sure what this team was going to be. Right. We knocked
a lot of hope. It wasn't that we didn't think they were going to be good. There was a lot of unknowns, right? Of
we were ranked early, and I think all of us here were like, yeah, I don't like that. I don't think that makes any sense considering we had a couple off years the last couple of years, and then we knock off West Hancock, and then suddenly we're in the number 1 spot, and frankly, we don't want it. We don't want the number 1. You can keep the number 1 spot. We just want to come and play the game without all of the clout and the weight that goes with having number 1 on your shoulders. But these guys have done it. They've won the games they need to win. They've given a lot of teams their first loss this season. Yep. And it all comes down to tonight.
Yep. And it's a big, to your point, Eric, that's a big deal to survive that target, that number 1 on your back for the majority of the season. Since week 3, you know, they've gotten everybody's best shot all year long. And I think that will make them better on nights like tonight that they have had that test.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to tune into the audio down on the field from Duke Scoop here. We're going to get the camera down there, and out come the colors.
Walter team, American Legion Post 358 from Saint Ansgar. Please remain standing as tonight's national anthem will be performed by Sophia Squire and Kendall Coster. Squad, present on.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight? Stars, broad stripes, and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were clear, the bombs bursting in air. He proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow, what a start. That was fantastic. Great job.
Great job, Duke, down on the field with that one.
Yeah,
beautiful singing from those ladies.
Yeah, well done all the way around.
We got the camera here on Duke Scoop right now, who's got the Saints come to the sideline for the first time tonight.
See Christian Michaels out there out front. Lead him out with the sledge. Connor King right behind him. Saints are fired up, ready to go tonight. So we've talked about their offensive line, defensive line, just they're big across the front. It'll be fun. We're going to watch that matchup early. Number 79, highly ranked recruit out of East Buchanan. It'll be really fun to watch that matchup tonight with those two lines going at it, as they have both lines have had a fantastic year, and that's going to be key to this matchup tonight. And fun to watch. The Saints have won the only matchup with East Buchanan 2017, and I believe that was the second round of the playoffs, 133-17 here on the field in Saint Ansgar the last time these folks met. I believe that was 6 years ago. Couple of quick notes. Shout out to our listeners at the Stacyville Nursing Home. I heard this week that
yes.
we get a good group around the TV there on Friday nights. So thanks for tuning in, folks. Hopefully you enjoy that and get to see a nice Saints football game tonight.
Just a little disclaimer out there, too. What is Saints TV? What is Saints TV? Saints TV's mission is to bring the game to those who are unable to cheer from the stands. If you're one of them, if you're one of the – let's take a look at that. What is that number? 541 out there who are watching us right now. I should say screens, that is, in many cases, like the nursing home in Stacyville.
Yep.
We got several eyeballs on one screen. Thank you all for giving us, I guess, the trust to watch our stream tonight. We're going to do the best job we can this is Saints TV. You might hear us get a little excited about Saints. We're going to do the best to be fair to both teams. We know that it's just a bunch of boys out there, a bunch of young men out there giving it 100%, and we don't want to take anything away from that. So let's go back to Duke's camera here. Yeah. We have fun here on Saints TV. We just tend to have fun, and it's more of a broadversation than a broadcast.
Absolutely. So it looks like the refs get the captains together there at midfield, get the initial handshakes done. So East Buchanan will receive here to start tonight. So I would imagine the Saints won the kick and deferred. They must have done that prior to, which they do a lot now. They do the coin flip long before the game starts.
We also got a lot of chats here. The chats are typically active. We do the best we can to make sure that everyone gets the attention they deserve. Stay tuned, by the way. Third quarter, slamming Sammy P is coming in. He's a fifth-grade phenom who loves to broadcast. He's a future in broadcast for himself, and we give him an opportunity here third quarter of this game to call the play-by-play. Also, check the quarters. We have Not Your Average Joe's Trivia, and we've got more than one question going on tonight. So stay tuned. We've got some for both sides of the stream, or both teams here tonight.
Awesome. We've got viewers or listeners, a combination both from Oklahoma, Mazatlan, Mexico, Marion in the chat, New Hampton, Brandon Heeman, Brandon Alley. Welcome. Got folks from all over checking in. If you're out there, check in the chat. Let us know where you're from.
That's a lot of fun to see where folks are from.
East Buchanan, we'll start with the football. Colton Winia, freshman Colton Winia, who's been in the kicking duties the last couple of weeks with Connor King banged up a little bit with that ankle. It has been Colton Winia. who stepped in admirably the last 2 weeks in his spot in the kicking game. He's going to do that again this evening.
Yeah, Colton's did a great job kicking the ball.
Big spot for a freshman. He just steps in and just does his job. Fun to see. And we are underway here in St. Ansgar. Short kick.
One.
Bounces off, then picked up and returned across the 35-yard line by one of the up men on a short kick. East Buchanan will have it 1st and 10 just across the 35-yard line. So we get a look at 79 Cody Fox and their run game consisting of Thunder, which is number 44, built a little like Reagan Witt if you're used to watching our streams, and you see our number 41, and 44 look a lot alike, and then number 8, who is their speed guy that they're going to try to get outside on us. There's the two main ball carriers we're going to see in this offense tonight. I imagine we'll get a taste of number 44 off the bat right here. Russell under center, puts a man in motion, and we get a little early motion. False start on East Buchanan. That's going to back them up 5 yards to start this one. So not the start that they wanted. Just a little anxious. I think we had one of those. Was that last week or a week before we had one of those false start penalties to start the game? Just everybody's a little too amped up, a little too excited to go.
Yeah, and it's kind of to be expected for the very reason you just said. Everyone is amped. This game is everything.
Yeah.
These guys did a great job last week to get to this game, and everyone's excited. It should be a great matchup.
So try that again. Russell back under center, puts a man in motion. Looks like the same play. Bobbles the snap a bit, recovers it, and just tries to run ahead with it. Nothing doing, nowhere to go for Russell on his unintended quarterback keeper, the way it looked to me. Yeah, the entire defensive line in on the tackle there. No gain on the play, 2nd and 15. So first drive here as we start the first quarter for East Buchanan. Had a false start penalty on their first play if you're just joining us. Making it 2nd down. They're going to say lost a yard there, so it'll be 2nd down 16. Again, the snap wasn't cleaner. I don't know if we picked it up on the replay, but it definitely...
Yeah, the replay is a little choppy, so we're going to do what we can to see if we can figure out what the problem is with that. But
handoff up the middle. Short gain. Going to give him 5, it appears. That's 3rd on the carry. So turned what looked like not much into 5. Just a big, strong guy falls ahead for 3 yards there to end that play. I thought they had him bottled up pretty well. And he does a good job of kind of spinning out of that and tacking a couple extra yards on there. Let's call it 3rd and 11. Big play early in this game. The Saints defense looks to hold here on East Buchanan's first drive. Keep, going to pass, screen pass to Thurn. He's brought down nicely by Corbin Michaels. That's little baby brother Corbin Michaels on the tackle. A fantastic tackle on a big Tanner Thurn, a hard guy to tackle. Holds him to just a yard. It's 4th down and 10, and East Buchanan will punt. Saints defense steps up and just plays really, really well on that first drive. Obviously, East Buchanan shot themselves in the foot on that first play with that 5-yard penalty. Can't overcome it, and they'll punt it away. Cody Fox, 6'5", 295-pound Cody Fox, back to punt. Only in Class A do you get punters at that size. I love it. Our punter's a big dude also. High punt, but short. And a bounce at the 40, and it goes out of bounds right about the 40-yard line, where the Saints will take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
So we said earlier, if you're a Saints fan, and you're looking at this game and you're saying, you know what, we just got to match up. We got to match up and make sure we get one extra offensive possession. Stopping them on the first defensive possession is key.
We talked about special teams being a big deal. I thought the side judge had her marked way back there. He does not. It is marked across midfield in East Buchanan territory at the 46-yard line. So special teams come up big early in this game. Saints have the ball in East Buchanan territory to start. Handoff goes to Connor King. Runs through the middle. Hard fought 3 yards on 1st down. So we got our first look at how our offensive line and how their defensive line are going to match up there. Just going to run power. Connor King directly into it. They're going to mark him at a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. Ball's right at the 45-yard line of the Buccaneers. Schwiesow under center. Hands it off to Connor again. Connor King. Gain of 1 on second down. Will make it 3rd down and 7. Oh, good job by the East Buchanan defensive line there. They got a nice push there. Tripped him up early and created a 3rd and long early for the Saints. Both defenses appear to have come to play this evening.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Reagan Witt and Connor King in the backfield. Schwiesow under center. Back to pass. King picks up a blitzer. It is incomplete. Wow. Nearly intercepted on the sideline. He's called out of bounds. Incomplete pass. Good defense there by number 1, Keenan Powells. Really good play by him. He read that the whole way. Doesn't get the interception, but turns the Saints away, and they will punt.
You can see there where his foot is just out of bounds. That's a good call by the official.
Ball hit the ground, I believe, also. Yep. Good replay there. Good job by the sideline cam to capture that one. Number 8, Carson Sparrow, on to do the punting. Low line drive punt. Fielded by Bowers. And he is tackled out across the 15-yard line, out near the 16. Tackled by Corbin Michaels and Reagan Witt. Oh, good coverage downfield. Nice deep punt. He is a hard guy to bring down. I think that's Corbin who's there right away and just unable to bring him down. To Corbin's credit, he gets up and helps finish off that tackle later. Yeah, that's Corbin Michaels who's all over it. Bauer squirts out of that tackle. So the ball will be at the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. East Buchanan's second drive of the night here. They gained 5 yards on that first drive after getting a 5-yard penalty, and were forced to punt. In the wishbone. Handoff to Thurm. He slips down after a gain of 3. Jace Schwiesow had contained there on the corner, tried to force him back in, and he slipped down. Jace jumps on him for the tackle. Be 2nd down and 7. So you'll see they do a little like West Hancock. Well, they will break the huddle and sprint to the line to try to get that snap off really quick sometimes, and then sometimes they'll take their time and get up there and read the defense before they snap. So they're going to mix up that look on us, trying to keep us off balance and unable to make adjustments on defense. Handoff goes to Bowers. A short gain again. Spilled out there by Hunter Hillman. Hunter does a nice job of getting him down after a gain of 1. So it'll be 3rd and 6. Again, both defenses have played really well here to start this football game.
Yeah, they really have, and it's obviously for both teams, that's key.
East Buchanan's going to be committed to the run. See if we see another one of those here. A lot of movement early. Going to be a false start on East Buchanan. That's going to back them up 5-yard penalty. Number 2 on East Buchanan. Both of them false start penalties. That's a big one. 3rd and 6 versus 3rd and 11.
Yeah, and with that couple of guys that know how to run the ball and run it well, 6 yards is doable. 11 yards, that's a little trickier.
Yep, for sure. So, 3rd and 11 here. Under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle here to start this football game. Russell puts a man in motion. I think that's going to be another one. Sure is. Start. Another false start for East Buchanan. Going to make it. You didn't like 3rd and 11. You're certainly not going to like 3rd and 16. So that is their 3rd false start penalty of the evening. If that's nerves, jitters, everybody's amped up, ready to go. That's what it looks like to me. The running back just got a little early start there.
Yep.
He was trying to get out of that spot. East Buchanan's going to call a timeout.
And probably wisely. Hey, with this timeout, let's go down to the field here and let's check in with Duke Scoop and see how the game looks from his angle down there. Duke?
Hey, guys.
big thing this week was injuries, and I talked to the coaches before the game, and you might notice that Christian Michaels, he's only going to play on defense for this game, and Connor King, he's got a sprained ankle, but he's going to be playing as he's comfortable. So keep an eye on those guys for the rest of the game, and you might have noticed Sparrow did the punt earlier, and when you did the kickoff, we haven't really seen that all season. They've done a little bit, but little lineup changes and doing some different things due to injuries. So hopefully the guys can stay healthy, and hopefully we get a game, a win here tonight, so we can move on and those guys can play a little more. If we don't. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Travis. Yeah, we definitely have seen, they're definitely getting healthier as the weeks go here. Those guys did not play much at all.
No.
I don't think Christian played at all in the first playoff game. They played only defense last week, and it looks like, back to a little more full strength this week. Thanks for the update there. So, big play here. It'll be 3rd down and 16. Carrier on the outside, that's Bowers. Breaks a couple of tackles. We've got a flag coming in from way, way deep. He did cross the line again. It is a 1st down pending penalty here.
Blocking the back, guys.
Blocking the back. Yep, so you can hear the coaches. We got to wrap up. Can't allow a 16-yard gain on 3rd down. Thank goodness for the penalty there. Going to back them up even further. That'll be half the distance penalty. I believe that'll put them at about the 6-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and very, very long. Big turn of events there for the Saints. So go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you're watching the replays, I apologize for the choppiness of it. This is not usually the case. I think we've got a lot of activity maybe on the network tonight, slowing things down. We also have a dual stream going, so we'll do our best to try and smooth that out for you.
Yep. 3rd and 14 here for East Buchanan. Russell puts a man in motion. Hands it off. It's coming this way. Patient run. Going nowhere. Short gain on the play. That'll bring up 4th down, and East Buchanan will punt for the 2nd time tonight. That was Lease on the carry, number 3. One of those wing backs. Really good pursuit by the Saints defense. Stayed home. There, it is Bowers on the carry. That 8 looked like a 3. That is Bowers on the carry. Unable to get outside where he can use his speed, and the Saints force punt number 2. Very short punt last time, like 10-yard short punt. Let's see what we get this time. High and short again. Fair catch called for and caught by Tyke Remster. Again, the Saints will start in East Buchanan territory at the 42-yard line.
So field position wise, Saints are looking good so far. Now we just got to move the ball.
We talked about as one of the keys to victory tonight was win that special teams game in terms of field position. They have certainly done that tonight. Saints with drive number 2 will look to put together a little offense here and capitalize on that short field. Schwiesau under center in the wishbone. This is Tyson Klein. Tyson's forced into duty the last couple of weeks, due to some Saints injuries. He's done a very nice job. Next man up. Gain of 2 on 1st down. It's going to be a battle up front. We see that right here. Just bodies everywhere. There's 79 doing a good job on him, getting him bottled up early in that play. But nothing doing for the Saints early here on the ground. Schwiesau back to pass. Ball's thrown up to Dylan Brum. Brum comes back for it, knocks it away from the would-be interceptor at the 10-yard line. Pass falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
Coverage was very good on that.
Yeah, very, very good. So that's Lees, who runs with Dylan Brum really well, which we don't say often. Usually Dylan runs by guys. He's got elite speed out there. Lees was in good position. Good job by Brum to turn into the defensive back there and just knock that thing down.
He did what he needed to do, and that was make sure that ball didn't get turned over.
If I'm not going to catch it, you're not either. Saints look to pass here on 3rd down and 9. Hand it off up the middle. Nowhere to go. Short gain for Reagan Witt, and the Saints will punt. Good to give him a yard, maybe 2 on the play. Maybe 4th down and 7 from the 38-yard line. Carson Sparrow on to punt for the Saints. The quarterback, Jay Schwieshout, is the up man here. No receivers out. Doesn't look like we've got any trickeration going on. I believe we'll see a Saints punt here. And we do. Nice punt for Sparrow. Bounces at the 5 and is downed at the 6-yard line. Great punt, great coverage by Corbin Michaels, and that field position game continues to go in the Saints' favor as East Buchanan will start inside the 10-yard line at the 7.
The special teams on that one did a great job getting that one inside the 10-yard line. And the way that these teams are moving the ball, not at all. That's a good spot to be, if you're saying.
Yep, exactly. This game has been a battle up front, just like we expected it to be, and I don't think that changes anytime soon. So fun to watch this game on the trenches. They go quick here, hand it to Thurn, who gets a gain of 4 yards on 1st down, get him out of that hole, kind of get him across the 10-yard line out to about the 11. So good gain for the Buccaneers on 1st down. So that's where they rush to the line, right, and run that little bit of kind of confusion on our line and come right at us up the middle. Good play for East Buchanan. Here again, sprint to the line. Quick snap. Handoff up the middle. That'll be a 1st down, the first down of the game for either team. So Wilgenbush, I believe, on the carry. It is, and he's pushed out there by Cody Fox, big 6'5" Cody Fox, helping him up the middle there. The Saints look like they were going to go tackle Thurn on the outside, or Bowers, and they did a good job of handing it to that 3rd guy that you don't see a lot, kind of throw the Saints off, and it's 1st down East Buchanan. In the wishbone. Handoff goes to the left side to Thurn. He breaks a tackle, and now another hard-to-tackle guy out across the 35-yard line, where it'll be 1st down East Buchanan. And they're going fast, working with a little tempo here. Headed to the line quickly. Did I see a flag out there on the sideline? Can you guys tell? What's the meeting about here? What's our conference about?
I don't see a flag. Maybe Duke can chime in on that one. Do you see anything out there that's worth conversing about there, Duke?
Let's go! I believe I did see a flag. Yeah, they're standing. It's right behind the ball.
Gotcha. And they're going to decide that there is no penalty, going to wave that thing off. Not sure what they saw there, but ultimately they decided it was not an infraction. They'll pick the flag up. It'll be 1st and 10 East Buchanan at the 36-yard line. So East Buchanan's put their first good drive of the night together. Started inside the 10 here. Started at the 7. And wind the clock here. Russell under center. Wilgenbush in the backfield. Everybody out in motion or pass. It is going to be a pass. Ball's thrown up and caught. Nice play there. I think that's Thurn. That's the big running back. It is.
And he's fast.
He's very, very fast. He's big and he's quick. And he beats the defender there. I think that's Dylan Brum, and takes the ball inside the 20.
That is Dylan Brum.
Inside the red zone goes East Buchanan early in this game on a big pass play. It's like we talked about in the pregame, that's their bread and butter, is these big plays. They're going to grind it out, and then they're going to go to the air. And that's what they do there. That is the first big play of the night. Handoff goes up the middle. Gain of 4 on 1st down. A good gain by East Buchanan on 1st down.
Taylor Dobbenberger, thanks for chiming in. East Buchanan is my alma mater. Currently live and raising my family Saints. How about that?
Awesome.
Dual fanhood.
So they marked him down just shy of the 15. 2nd and 7. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Saints have been bend but don't break all year long. Got to do it one more time. Hand off to Thurn. It's a nice gain. He's short of the first down. Gain of 5 on the play. Bring up 3rd down and short.
And that was a heck of a hit by, I want to see who that is.
Who was it on the tackle? That was a good hit.
Let's see if we can find that here before they run into that huddle. See who that is, Joe?
Big hit by Carson Sparrow, I believe.
Carson
Number 8.
Sparrow.
Good tackle there. East Buchanan's running with some tempo here, and that has got the Saints off balance in this drive. Slow it down here. Russell hands it off to Thurn, who runs ahead into the end zone. Touchdown Buccaneers. And it's 6-0 East Buchanan with 1 minute 21 seconds to go in the first quarter.
They put together an impressive drive on that one. Of course, the long pass, which we saw that. We talked about it in the stats prior to the game. They pound it, and then a big long pass to a really fast receiver. Next thing you know, the Saints are down by 6 points.
Yep, so the Saints these 2-point conversions are huge plays in these games, in these playoff games. A point or two swing is a huge deal, so they got to stiffen here. You got to forget about that play and go get this one. Keep them out of the end zone, keep this thing 6-0. Only 10 seconds left on the play clock here. The quarterback's at the sideline, so they're going to have to call a timeout as they have a little confusion about the play call. East Buchanan calls their second timeout to talk about the 2-point conversion attempt coming up here.
All right, with that timeout, let's take another look here at that replay. And again, we're choppy. Sorry about that. But if nothing else, we can just take another look at this. And you see really great running. There's a lot of red jerseys around him. The blocking is good. He's a powerful, slippery runner.
Yep. He's run through some tackles tonight, and the Saints are going to have to clean that up. Yep, he was tackled short of the first down marker there, and just gets out of that ankle tackle and takes it into the end zone.
There's a view from up on top of that one. Let's see if we can.
So again, big play coming up here with the 2-point conversion coming. And then the Saints are going to have to move the ball on offense. They're going to have to show that they can do something with this football on offense. They have been bottled up, going nowhere in the run game, and the pass game has been ineffective the couple of times we've tried it tonight. In fact, both passes really could have been picked off. So the Saints are going to have to respond here. We talked about that, and this was going to be a big physical game. It has been. And, it's a quarter over already, nearly. So the Saints are going to have to respond quickly here before halftime.
Yeah, offensively, we just haven't seen really anything from the Saints so far.
Yep. And they'll look to change that here on their third drive. So East Buchanan goes 93 yards for a touchdown, on for the 2-point conversion here. Pitch out to Thurn, and he's going to walk into the end zone for a 2-point conversion to make it 8-0 East Buchanan. That was too easy.
That was way too easy.
So the Saints are down early here. Going to have to adjust and respond. Well-coached, good kids. They will do that. I think we'll see an invigorated offense here on this drive.
Well, we knew it was going to be a battle. And so far we are almost done with the first quarter, and we are seeing one heck of a battle.
Yeah, look at that number 68 pulls across there and just wipes out the linebacker on that side. And that's why that looks so easy. Pretty tough to defend if you're Corbin Michaels with 275 pounds coming at you.
Yeah.
You got to try to get around him and make the tackle in a 2-yard space. That's pretty tall order.
Look at Hunter Hillman's reaction on that. He felt like maybe he was had illegally blocked or something along the lines. But at the end of the day, it looked pretty clean.
Yeah. Yeah. When you're that defensive end, you always think you get hold. Hell, that's what you're supposed to do when you're a defensive end. Yeah, right, and if you're an offensive lineman and you're not holding on every play, you're doing it wrong. you just got to hold the correct way so you don't get called.
Number one superfan, Brad Mulford out there. Appreciate your sentiments on the replay. It bothers me when it's not coming through as good as it should, but I am happy that we are able to offer it. So thanks, Brad, for your comments, and thanks, everybody, for your comments. It's a pretty active group out here tonight. Daniel Wade's got a lot to say. Thanks, Daniel, for all your comments.
Venezuela, and kick it off. Kick is short. Bounces. It's fielded by Tyke Remster. Up the middle he goes to the 40, and across the 40-yard line to the 42. So the Saints will start drive number 3 in desperate need for some offense here. Minute 15 to go in the first quarter, down 8-0. We talked about field position and what a huge deal it's been. all year long, and the Saints are doing it tonight. They have won that field possession battle all night long. Now we've got to do something with these short fields that they're giving us. Good return by Tiger Emster.
Yeah, even after the great offensive drive by East Buchanan there, it's good to have that short field back. And like you said, let's do something with this thing now.
Now we got to go. Saints start and shotgun here. Put Witt in motion. Schwiesau, going to run the option here. He's going to keep, and he's going to lose 5 yards on first down. Just nowhere to go. Great pursuit by the East Buchanan defense. So not what the Saints needed on first down there to start this drive. Going to have to dig out of this hole very quickly. Connor King going back in. He was not in on that play. So it looks like Brum and Klein out, and Sparrow and King in. See if we run that quick screen to the top of the screen here. We are not, I can tell you, I don't believe. Schwiesau is going to hand it off to Corbin Michaels, and he's caught in the backfield. Breaks a tackle, does a great job of erasing what was a 5-yard loss and turning it into a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, he really did on that one, no doubt about it. I mean, he should have been tackled for a heck of a loss. He kind of squirms through, slithers through.
Yep.
And makes something out of it. Not enough.
Yep. But he like I said, he would have been 3rd and 20. He'll take 3rd and 13 instead. That will be bring an end to the first quarter. So at the end of one here in St. Ansgar, it's East Buchanan 8, Saints 0.
All right, and with the end of the first quarter, let's do our own form of the wave, if you want to call it that. But just kind of a special thanks to our own version of the wave to FSB and Grand Millers because of your generous contributions. Our students have gone to these games for free this year. So thank you. What a generous thing you did to make sure the students get to come to these games, the regular season games, I should say, absolutely free of charge. Also, you saw us maybe mention, if you were here early, talk about our Give Butter campaign. What the heck is Give Butter? Give Butter is just it's a web service that we use on Saints TV to safely get your donations, and 100% of it goes back to Saints TV. Look at this list, Joe. Look at this list. This
That's
week's
awesome.
Better Butter Giver Award goes to Pam Schaefer-Smith. Congratulations, Pam Schaefer-Smith. You have won $50 of free Milk House candles that await you at Home Sweet Home in St. Ansgar. Honorable mentions, Glenn G. Smith, thank you for your note in memory of our 2011 stat girl, Allie Smith. That was our state championship year in football. We're actually going to come back to this slide here when we get a break here, because this is one heck of a list, and I don't want to not mention anybody's name. We had just a tremendous amount of support here this last week.
Schwiesau back to pass. It's caught by Tiger Emster, and he does a great job of breaking a tackle and getting the Saints' first down of the night. First down of the night. What a huge play. Schwiesau to Remster across midfield, and the Saints are back in business. Needed that one.
Second quarter, and the Saints are getting their first down of the night. Can you believe that, Joe?
Tip your hat to East Buchanan. But this is a long football game. There's a long way to go yet, and the Saints are going to have to hit on plays like that to stay in this thing.
No doubt about it.
Schwiesau hands it off. That's Michaels. Corbin Michaels is brought down, but not before he gets 4 yards on first down. So there's a good game by Corbin Michaels. That's Bowers in on the tackle. He's an absolute beast. Number 8 there makes a bunch of tackles on their defense. Him and Thurm both are kind of a menace there in the middle of that defense, and it shows there. But that's what the Saints need to do. Get 3 or 4 on first down and keep this thing third and manageable when we get there.
I felt like I just saw Corbin's jersey stretch behind him, and he just like a rubber band snapped back.
It did. You are correct. Schwiesau back to pass. They got to sling it out, incomplete. That was intended for Corbin Michaels. I like the route. I like the play design. Chase had to try to throw it around a defensive guy there, it looked like, and just ended up wide of Corbin Michaels on the sideline. It's 3rd down and 7. I think the way this game has started, if the Saints can find a way to make this 4th and less than 2, they'll go for it. So you don't need all of it here, but you need five or six here on third down. Back to pass. It's tipped and falls incomplete. Was intended for Hunter Hillman. Venezuela on the coverage. Does a nice job of getting it tipped and knocked down, and the Saints will punt.
Probably lucky that wasn't picked off. There's a lot of white jerseys in there.
Thrown into traffic there. That's for sure.
Slow that one down. We'll take another look here. But
there's two guys there. I didn't get the number on the other gun, but they both did a nice job of bracketing in coverage. There's at 11. Gavin Reck, I believe, is the other guy that's right there as well. Carson on to punt. It's another nice punt away. It's going to roll, take a Saints bounce. Can they down it before it gets to the end zone? They cannot. So that'll be a touchback. Corbin Michaels gave it everything he got, just couldn't quite get there. Good punt by Carson, but it rolls into the end zone for a touchback, and East Buchanan will start at the 20-yard line.
Great punt, a lot of distance. Nearly had that one at about the 1-yard line, just couldn't get his hands on it.
So big test coming for the Saints defense here. Going to need to stop, going to have to figure this thing out. This is a key point in this game. Cannot allow East Buchanan to score on this drive. Yep, you can hear the coaches down there. We're fine. Settle in. Play your spots. Cover your gaps. Trust your instincts. And make good tackles. I think that's really the key to this thing is making good tackles.
Thank you, Abby Evansberger, for your comments. We really appreciate that. We're glad you're enjoying the game. Thanks for being here tonight.
It'll whistle pre-snap. Looks like East Buchanan's going to use their last timeout. 10 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the first half, and they have burned all 3 timeouts. 2 of the 3 just due to kind of some miscommunication, looks like, going on with play calls. So they will be without a timeout the rest of the way in the first half here.
I'm going to go back to that slide here during this timeout. So many people to be thankful for this week. The honorable mentions, of course, Pam Schaefer-Smith, the winner, which means she donated the most this week. Tracy Susan Swift, Sheila Adams, Rich Bordwell, Mitchell County Dairy Promotion Group. Yes, businesses can participate. Skylar Holsheiser, Joe and Rhiannon Warrington, Janice Hackenmiller, Tammy Woods, Richard Brum, Tom Edgington, Richard and Gloria Redding, Jack and Marilyn Edgington, Dennis Berjon, Greg Urbach. That's half of them, Joe.
That's fantastic.
Doug and Julie Wallen, Gary and Karen Robinson, Rosalie Paulson, Samantha Freeman, trying to get through all of you here. Katie Damaris, Jolene and David Jewell, Drew Sponheim, Eric Powers, Carrie Sparrow, Matthew C. Haugen, Lindsay Dino, Ashley Steinberg, Tammy Kofoot, and Mr. Fritz, the Love Doctor.
I love it. East Buchanan's going to try again here. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, and they're going to get a pre-snap penalty for the 4th time in this football game, it looks like, and that's going to back them up 5. That's really the only thing East Buchanan's done wrong all night.
Yes.
That is their 4th false start penalty of the night.
And you know, the first couple offensive possessions, it seemed like that's the thing that's kept them from getting the ball moving a little bit. That last possession, you don't have those penalties, and you find your way to get down the field.
Yep, exactly. So the Saints look to take advantage here. 1st and 15. Russell take the snap and is going to pitch it out. It's number 1. We get multiple penalty flags on the play.
Flags everywhere.
They saw that holding. That was that was number 1 on the carry. So that's Pals on the carry. I believe that will back East Buchanan up 10 more. Long discussion. It is holding on East Buchanan. So now the Saints' decision is: do they want to,
That's just it. Did you take the loss?
Take the
down?
loss, right? Are you better at 2nd and 15 than you are 1st, and what will be 22? They do accept the penalty, it appears.
If we can continue to stop, it's better for the field position situation.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep, exactly. So that'll push them back. It'll remain 1st down. At the 6 or 7, let's call it 7-yard line. So first down and 22 or 23 yards to go. But we've seen what they can do in terms of explosive plays, so the Saints are going to have to stay focused here. Put Bowers in motion and hand him the ball. Nice gain for Bowers. Digs out a part of that deficit, gains 9. He's second down and 15. Tyke Remster in on the tackle. Tyke's played really well tonight. He's flying around out there defensively.
You hear his name a lot.
Yep. So that looks like when they're handing it to Bowers, they're going to try to get him outside where he can use that speed.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints do a good job pursuing him. Hunter Hillman in there as well on that tackle. Second and 15. Bowers in motion, hand it to Thurm. He bounces it outside and just will not go down.
Wow.
A great run by that young man there. Just power run, keeping those legs moving. He's quick, and he's very hard to bring down. Gain of 14 on the play makes it 3rd and 1. So from 1st and 24 to 3rd and 1, not what the Saints defense needed there.
And all without a pass, Joe.
Yep, exactly, all without a pass. And they're running over those two big guys on the right side of the line here and running very effectively to start this football game. Russell's going to hand it to Thurm, who gets the first down and more. Gain of 4 on 3rd and 1. Somehow East Buchanan digs out of that hole that they created for themselves with 2 penalties to get a first down. Under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Saints trail 8-0. It'll be first down East Buchanan from the 34-yard line. So Ben Baton-Break got to have a stop here. Again, you have to forget what just happened. They're disappointed. You flush that, and let's go start this set of downs over again. Middle there, Bowers, great tackle by Hunter Hillman. Hunter Hillman brings Bowers down in the backfield for a loss of 1 on the play. That's what the Saints needed there. He comes from this defensive end spot over here. Great pursuit, makes a really good tackle. Bowers is trying to be patient, let a block develop, and Hunter tackles him
Look
from
how
the backside.
crowded it is back there, Joe.
Yeah.
How the heck do you see that's Hunter Hillman making that tackle? How do you, I suppose because he's 9 feet tall.
It helps. It helps he's 6'8", right? I mean, I think he grew an inch this week again. And he wears those white gloves. That helps me, too. I can identify. So in the wishbone is East Buchanan on 2nd and 11. Handed off to Bowers again. He's met at the line and brought down after a gain of 1.
Good stop. Good stop by the Saints
there.
on that one.
The Saints have done a really good job of making some adjustment there on that offensive line, and much better these last 2 plays. Let's see who gets in there early. Dylan Hansen's doing a good job of plugging that gap up,
36.
and then Christian Michaels comes in and wraps him up. And we've talked, they're hard to bring down. You got to wrap these guys up and bring them down. Going to need that here because there's nothing fancy here, guys. This is going to be a run play. Going to try to get it outside would be my guess with one of those guys in motion right here. They do not. They hand it off up the middle, and he gets a first down.
Oh, my.
And more.
And then some.
Just with a simple straight-up-the-middle run. Going to be brought down inside the 20-yard line down at the 15. This back-breaking play for the Saints defense.
And like you said, you knew a run was coming.
Yep.
He's just hard to take down, and he's fast.
So the Saints are going to have to tackle better. Going to have to clean that up really quickly here. As East Buchanan marches inside the 20, down to the 16 on a big run play for Tanner Thurm. Brought down by Dylan Brum, I believe, there, and Corbin Michaels bring him down, but not before a huge gain for East Buchanan. Hand off to Bowers. He's bottled up and tackled after a short gain. Good job by the left side of the defensive line. And Christian Michaels. Oh, we've done a really good job of limiting those early down gains. They just cannot get off the field on 3rd down.
Where were we at? We're at 1st and 22?
Yeah,
Where
1st and 24.
On the other side of the
1st and 24 at
here.
the 7. Yeah. So the Saints are going to have to make an adjustment here. Long game, long way to go yet. Some confusion here.
Well, I thought I heard whistles on that.
Too.
I think the kids probably did too.
Yep. And now they're gonna reset the play clock here and start this thing over again. We had Saints headed to the sideline like they thought a timeout was called, perhaps. Instead, it'll be 2nd down and 9, under 6 minutes to go in the first half. East Buchanan driving, leading 8-0. Handoff goes to Thurm. Up the middle and tackled nicely. There's a good job of wrapping up. Gain of 3 on the play. Tackled by a host of Saints, led by Christian Michaels and Connor King. So another big 3rd down play, probably 4-down territory for East Buchanan. I think they've attempted 1 field goal on the year.
Attempted 2. They're 1 for 2 on the year.
Made
so
1. That's right. Yep.
But they just don't kick much.
Nope,
right? They're 11 for 12 on PATs.
Yep.
So that we know they can kick, but they just don't do it much.
Yep. Hand off to Thurm. Up the middle he goes, short of the 1st down. Gain of 4 on the play. We'll make it 4th down and 2. 4th down and a short, 2, a long 1. So big play here. Saints defense needs a stop here. I think everybody knows what's coming. So
oh my.
Can they tackle Thurm at the line of scrimmage? That's the question. On 4th down and 1.5. Handoff goes up the middle.
And he's still going.
And he's still running. Breaks a tackle down to the goal line. He is into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tanner Thurm with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers go 93 yards for the 2nd time tonight to make it 14-0. Tough start for the Saints. We knew this was going to be a battle. Long way to go yet, but big play coming here, this 2-point conversion. Let's keep it 14. The difference between 14 and 16 is massive in high school football. Need a stop here. Hand off to Thurm. Up the middle he goes, and he is in for a 2-point conversion to make it 16-0 East Buchanan. 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the half. The Saints trail by 2 scores.
So the Saints are definitely they're just getting overpowered by these guys right now. We know that Coach Clevenger will adjust. It's just a matter of when and how.
Yep, exactly. And having some time to get that done right now. It's been a physical game, and right now East Buchanan is beating us up front, and that's been the difference in this game. They have dominated to this point, and the Saints are going to have to adjust here. Put a long drive together here, score some points, and everybody feels a whole lot better about the situation on the Saints sideline going into half, right?
Absolutely.
So this is, like I said, these are long football games. There's a long way to go in this thing, but the Saints need to respond right here, put some points on the board before half.
Defensively, our receivers have been covered. They've been doing a good job on coverage, so they're not going to let us have a big play. They've watched our film, but we need to make one here.
Yep, exactly. So let's see if we can get that big play on special teams. How about that? How about a Tyke Remster or Dylan Brum return here?
That's probably been one of the better Saints plays tonight, is Tyke Remster's return last time.
Yep. Let's get one here. Big spot. Saints need some good field position. Is fielded by Tyke Remster at the goal line. And he brings it back across the 10. He's down at the 12-yard line. So that doesn't go the Saints' way either. Nothing's gone right for Saint Ansgar in his first half. That included.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, he needed to let that one go. But
it's tough on a kickoff because it's a live ball and it doesn't go into the end zone. Now things get even worse for you.
Even worse.
I think it probably rolls into the end zone, but who knows? A chance he didn't want to take.
Don't blame him.
Picks it up and does his best to get it across the 10 here. Yeah, and by the way, I hear the coaches saying that's a touchback. I think it is. I think the ball goes into the end zone in high school on a kickoff. It's a touchback. Now, he carried it into the end zone, so is that different than just being kicked into the end zone? I'm not sure. I know you cannot return a kick from the end zone in high school football. Pass out to Reagan Witt in the short flat, going nowhere. No gain on the play for Reagan Witt. Looked like that was maybe the safety valve on that play. Suisa was looking to go downfield. It was covered up, so he drops it off to Reagan Witt, who does his best to break a tackle, but cannot. Really short gain on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 10.
To your point, Joe, about the touchback, I believe if the momentum carries a player into the end zone, that is a touchback, and that's what Devin Suisa was already on the sideline.
Yep, so that, in my opinion, that's clearly a touchback. So the refs missed one there. Suisa puts Brum in motion, pitches it out to him. The fastest man alive hits the corner, but is brought down after a short gain. Can't get outside. Only lost his footing there. I couldn't really tell, but
I couldn't either.
Legs kind of came out from underneath him when somebody tripped him up going around the end. Gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Saints. So I expect we'll see the Saints go back to the air here. The defensive backs for this East Buchanan team are young, but they have played really well to start this game.
The Saints really need to regain some momentum on this drive.
Yep. They get the ball to start the second half, so that helps. But if they could do something here, pass out to Hunter Hillman, who breaks a tackle and gets a first down. So it'll be 1st down Saints at the 24-yard line with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Clock stops on that first down, and they'll wind it when the ball is set for play. So 3 minutes to go. Need 76 yards here. Punch it in before the half, and the Saints will be right back in business in this game. We'll have taken the punch in the first half and survived it. And that's really what this is about right now. Go get points if you're the Saints. Suisa puts Klein in motion. Hands it off up the middle. Nothing doing for Reagan Witt. No gain on the play on 1st down. Just that size of that defensive line is creating problems for your Saints offensive line. Tall order for those guys up front tonight. And it has been a problem for the Saints offense in the first 2 quarters.
Yeah, it feels like no game that we've been in this season to date. And obviously the competition gets tougher the further along we go.
Yep. 4 wide receivers here for the Saints. Suisa in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws it up. And it is dropped. I was about to say caught. I thought he had it in and out of the hands of Tyke Remster. Would have been a huge completion for 25 yards across the 50. But he's unable to bring it in. Almost brings it in on that second effort. As the ball bounces around. I'm not sure if one of their defenders got a hand on it and knocked it up in the air. Well thrown ball. Good route. Yeah, sure did. Good defensive play there by Venezuela. Looks like he's the one who knocks it out. It's in Tyke's hands, and he knocks it out.
Yep.
Prevents a nice completion, nice long completion there. So it'll be 3rd down and 9. Minute 45 to go in the first half. Saints go back to the air. Caught by Hunter Hillman along the sideline, and he goes out of bounds for a first down. First down, Saints.
I thought maybe he was a little short on it the way he was fighting,
right.
But he clearly does have a first down.
Yep, so the Saints are moving the ball through the air. We said we may need this throughout the season. Well, here it has to pay off tonight. Unable to run the ball in their traditional fashion, they have gone to the air on this drive and have moved the ball nicely out to the 35-yard line. So the Saints call a timeout here with a minute 37 to go in the first half.
A minute and 37. I don't know if Duke, if you can hear me, if you want to give us kind of your take for what you see down there, what you're hearing from the coaches, etc. Looks like Duke's getting himself in front of the camera here. Let's see if we can get his volume up. And Duke, what are you seeing down there? What are you hearing from the Saints sideline?
Well, if you remember back to a couple years ago in 2019, I think it was, this quarterfinal game was played here, and there was snow on the ground, and they had the community come out the day before the game and scoop all the snow off. Well, tonight it's, I don't know, upper 40s. It's a little chilly, but the weather's not quite as bad as it was a couple years ago. So really, there's nothing to blame on the weather. These guys can throw the ball if they want to. We've seen East Buchanan have a really good throwing play early in the game to set up that first touchdown of theirs, and they don't throw the ball a whole lot. So the weather's perfect for it feels like a fall football.
Yeah, the weather couldn't be any better for both teams tonight.
Thanks, Travis.
Minute 37 to go. Saints have been living on those short passing plays here on this drive. Looks like we're going to stay in that shotgun formation. 4 receivers, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom of your screen. Puts Klein in motion. Quick throw out, and then a halfback pass to Dylan Brum, and it's caught.
Oh, wow.
Caught. So that's a backwards pass to Hillman, who then turns around and throws it up to Dylan Brum for a 20-yard 20-yard reception there. It'll be first down Saints across midfield. Minute 29 to go in this first half. Big play for the Saints. Schwiesau back to pass.
Oh.
Dangerous pass intended for Connor King. Broken up by Pals. Great play by the defensive back there. Read that, see it coming, go over and make a play on the ball, knock it down. The falls harmlessly incomplete. And it'll be second down and 10 Saints with a minute 19 to go in the first half.
It didn't look real harmless coming at live speed there.
Watch him here, just breaks on that thing. Yeah. Able to get a hand on it, but cannot get both on it. It falls incomplete. So the Saints are going to stay in this formation. 2 receivers at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. That's Reagan Witt in the backfield with Schwiesau as a protector. It is. He picks up his man. It's thrown out. And little miscommunication on the play. It looked like quarterback thought he was going in. He was going out. And again, the ball's nearly intercepted. Minute 14 to go. Third down and 10. Just a little miscommunication there. So Connor King's back in the game here. Let's see what the Saints do on 3rd and 10 with a minute 14 to go. In the game, ball across midfield at the Buccaneers 41.
Yeah, it looks like you're looking at the replay on that last one. Carson Sparrow is kind of waving his hand out. I'm going out and I'm open.
Yep.
And Schwiesau throws it in, like you said.
Hand off to Klein. He finds the edge. Nice 5-yard gain on 3rd and 10. We'll make it 4th and 5, 4th and 4. Let's give him 6. So the clock continues to run. Minute to go. No timeouts left for East Buchanan, so they cannot stop the clock. The Saints look like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 4. Schwiesau under center. Puts a man in motion. Back to pass. And is sacked. Brought down in the backfield. And the Saints will turn it over on downs with 42 seconds left to go in the half. So East Buchanan short field, but no timeouts. They lead 16-0. Saints put a drive together there for the first time all night. Do it all through the air with the exception of one play, but cannot convert on 4th and 4. And it'll be East Buchanan ball here to end the first half. The Saints do get the ball to start the second half with a bunch of adjustments to make at halftime.
A bunch of adjustments to make.
Yeah, the Saints just got to get off the field here without allowing any more points with 42 seconds to go. Survive this 42 seconds, which is easier said than done the way these guys are running the football tonight. This is Bowers.
Great stop.
Yeah, good tackle by Connor King and Christian Michaels.
I think Christian may have been the first one there. Let's take a look at the sideline cam, see if we can see anything there.
Gain of 2 on the play. And looks like, of course, East Buchanan can't stop it. So, and the Saints aren't going to attempt fate here.
No,
they're going to let the clock run out. That'll be the last play, unless they're going to run a play as the clock expires here. They are not. It appears that'll be the last play of the first half. East Buchanan leads 16-0 over the Saints. So a lot of adjustments to make as the Saints go to the locker room here to talk this one over. No better staff to do it than to go these guys to go into that locker room and say, all right, it didn't go the way we wanted it to in the first half. We get the ball to start the second half, clean some things up, and
here
let's
with
go.
Coach.
Kind of a slow start on offense. You're going to have to get creative in the second half.
Got to run the ball. Can't run the ball right now. We need to run the ball.
All right, so a man of very few words, especially when we're not in the lead at halftime. Things are not going our way, and that's one thing that we know. Clever's going to get in there. He's going to take the time, and he's going to talk to those kids. They're going to come out playing a different type of football than we see them going into halftime right now.
And he's right. When we can't run the ball, we don't do a lot of things very well, right? Yep. And we can't run the ball right now. We're going to have to change that in the second half.
No doubt about it.
They're recognizing the volleyball team who qualified for the state tournament this week. So they are going to be down on the field. Let's take you down there. They've got their trophy. Congratulations, ladies. What a great season for the first time in 35 years.
I'm going to mute us here, Joe, so we can get the decent sound down there.
Together, we congratulate the 2023 Saints volleyball team on a fantastic season. Congratulations, ladies.
Pretty great that we're able to honor those girls who, for the first time in 35 years, have taken a volleyball team to state. That's quite an achievement. Congratulations, ladies, on that. And speaking of that, let's talk about some athletes here. I've got congratulations to Lainey Hanna, all-conference, second-team cross-country. Congratulations to Lila Powers, all-conference, first-team cross-country. And Lila, by the way, qualified for state. Here's Lila holding up her ticket punched. She placed well at state, had an outstanding place. What was her place? You remember what Lila's place was down at state?
32nd.
32nd. Is that right? We got Slam and Sammy is here to make sure that that's right. And so we got a couple agree on that. And then now to the volleyball girls. Second-team all-conference, Natalie Bork, congratulations. Ava Falk, congratulations on your second-team all-conference. Lindsay Cruzy, first-team all-conference. Congratulations, Lindsay. Kinsey Anderson, first-team all-conference. Libero. And Aspen Falk, first-team all-conference as well. And, of course, honorable mention, Amelia Porsche. Congratulations to these ladies. Here's a picture of them after their first game of the volleyball, where they were eliminated after game one. What a great event. What a great achievement for these ladies. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to take just a moment here. We've got some stats coming up, but before we do that, we're going to throw your first trivia question at you, if you're ready. Joe, you're probably ready for stats, aren't you? Trivia question number one. We're not going to have a whole lot of time to answer these, but you just chime in the chat with your answer. Who was the first Saint Ansgar football player to earn first-team All-State honors? Yep. Who was the first Saint Ansgar football player to earn first-team All-State honors? Feel free to put your answers in the chat. Hey, there's our notable thumbs down. We get one of those every week. Thanks for the encouragement. There's always room to improve, I guess. So we'll probably just take a moment here, let Joe go to some stats while you answer this team. So, Joe, I'll let you take away some stats so far.
Let me go through some first-half stats. First off, the glaring stat for the Saints, they have 52 yards of offense in the first half.
52.
That's not going to win very many football games. To Clevenger's point, if we can't run the ball, we can't win. And so they're going to have to figure that out. They're making adjustments in that locker room right now to try to get that thing done and get this game turned around in a hurry. The good news is it's only 16-0. We get the ball to start the second half. Good things can happen. Just have to make those adjustments very quickly here and get going. So we have 18. What's really fascinating is we have 18 yards rushing and 34 yards passing. So we have twice as many yards passing as we do rushing in the first half. And, of course, the opposite is true for them. Their guy, Mr. Let me get the numbers pulled up here. Tanner Thurn has 13 carries for 132 yards.
Wow.
Yeah. And I don't know how many of those are after first contact, but it's over 100. We've done a good job of meeting him in the backfield. He just breaking out of those tackles and running through some arm tackles. That's the number one thing on defense Saints got to clean up is just tackling. We've got to tackle better in the second half, and we'll be fine there. So it's 201 yards offense to 52 yards of offense for the Saints. That's how lopsided this first half has been. We've talked about it all week. When the Saints dominate, we'll say it when they get dominated. That's what happened in that first half. The Saints got dominated by East Buchanan in that first half. Long way to go. A lot of football game left. They're only down 16-0. And like I said, with that's just a huge deal getting that first possession of the second half to change the tone of this football game. You saw it there, I thought, on that third down run by all that pass, and then we ran with Klein there. That was our longest run of the night was right after those 4 or 5 passing plays. So I believe that's what we'll see in the second half here is let's get them defending the pass, and then that'll open up, hopefully open up the running game. We've talked about all year long that we can do that. If you can threaten them with the pass, that will open it up on the ground, and that's what's going to have to happen.
Quick time out here. Tina Snyder, thank you. It's always helpful to have someone who knows how to pronounce the last name tell us.
Thorn.
Tanner's last name is Torn.
Torn. Oh, T-O. No, wait. No, Torn. Gotcha.
Torn. So thank you, Tina. Appreciate that. Sorry for a first half of mispronunciation.
He has been a dude tonight on the field, and tough guy to bring down. Has played really great. One other correction. Noah Venezuela caught that long pass. There was a 4 on his jersey, but just
we
one.
saw that here
14.
in the chat. Yep, we saw that in the chat as well, and I can go back and find that. But thank you, everyone, for helping us out. We got a lot of he's pronounced Torn, you guys.
Yep.
Sorry about that. We should have probably done our homework ahead of time. So
he's played really well tonight. I don't care how you pronounce his name. He's played really well.
No doubt about it.
No matter how you want to say it.
No doubt about it.
So Mr. Torn has 132 yards of rushing in that first half and has been the difference in this game offensively and defensively. He's played really well defensively also. So Saints are going to have to look to solve that mystery here in the second half.
You know, this East Buchanan team, it reminds me of the Saint Ansgar team we had in, I think, 2018, where we had Jack Sievert getting all the carries. And great defense, big up front. And, like, you can see the way they're hitting the running backs, they're hitting the holes, and they're not seeing a Saint until they get to the line of scrimmage. So when they are getting hit, they're falling forward for 3-4 plays, and then and those are usually plays throughout the season that the Saints have been there to in the backfield getting up for losses. And we have had a few of those, but not as many as the Saints defense is used to seeing. So this is going to be a big test for them at halftime. What adjustments can they make? What can they do to get disrupt this East Buchanan offense? Because both teams start a little slow, but one team's figured it out. And unfortunately for the Saints, it's the team in white tonight.
Yep, exactly. So they'll look to make those adjustments here as they go into the second half. I think you're spot on of how many times do we have them backed up and just couldn't get off the field. So the Saints aren't far from finding the answer. They just have to make a play to get off the field here on third down, but unable to do that in the first half. 2 93-yard drives for the East Buchanan offense.
That's incredible. And I'm used to watching the Saints team or watching Saints play and realizing that if we keep it close to halftime, we're just going to out-muscle them in the second half. We're going to wear them out. We're going to wear them down. And it feels like it's happening just the opposite way tonight. It feels like they're wearing us down. But we know Clev. We know that he'll make some adjustments. We know we'll come back, and we're going to see some things that we might not have otherwise. Hey, do you want to give an answer here on this?
Let's do it.
We've seen a few. So there's been a couple guesses. We've seen a lot of Dave Rusted guesses. We've seen some Ryan Hannum guesses. I think that's probably all we have there.
Those are the 2 guesses.
Yep. So
and one of those is correct.
One of them is correct. Joe?
Dave Rusted is the correct answer. And Dave Rusted was the first Saint Ansgar Saint football player to earn first-team All-State honors. Do you have a year on that?
I don't have the year on it.
Dave probably doesn't want us to give
he
the
probably
year.
doesn't. You know what?
Before my time, we'll put it that way.
So congratulations, Dave. I'm all primed already here for question number 2. We've got, by the way, we don't have the score clock on there, the time clock on there. Just over 6 minutes left here in halftime. Let's go ahead and hit trivia question number 2. This is probably too easy, but I got a trivia question out here for those of you from East Buchanan.
Half our viewers tonight are East Buchanan folks, so they're going to know right away. This should be pretty easy for them. And some Iowa fans should know the answer to this, too. What famous lineman who played for the Iowa Hawkeyes and was the 2nd overall pick in the NFL draft graduated from East Buchanan? I expect to see the chat light up.
Bonus points if you get the year, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I see. So just the couple comments I'm looking at here is John Hendrickson is saying 1976. John, you've said 1976 in the past. I think either you say that all the time or you actually mean it, because that was the team that had the lowest points allowed of any team, as I recall.
Yep.
Anyway, so.
Here the answers come running into the chat. We got some Saint Ansgar folks who know the answer to this as well. I like it.
Nice. Very good. Like it. Eric Powers, you get to give away a free candle. Just grab one from your stash, dude.
I love it. He might have a source, right, for a Milkhouse candle. He knows where they're kept.
He knows where to find them.
I love it. So the answer here, are we going to give the answer to this one? or are we going to let it?
I'm pretty sure it's been given.
It seems like everybody kind of knows it in the chat. So that would be correct. Mr. I believe, 8-year, 9-year NFL vet, Robert Gallery. I believe he was an All-American at Iowa as well. So he would have been the gentleman we're talking about here. Played for the Raiders for a long time. I think he finished his career with Seattle.
The good news there is if you wonder, probably just got to ask the question, and you'll probably see the answer pop up here. But, yes, all you East Buchanan fans certainly know, like Joe said, we got some Saint Ansgar fans out there who know that answer as well. I got one more trivia question. Do we want to save it for later, or do we want to just throw it out there? We got 4 minutes left here in halftime.
Well, let's throw her out.
All right, trivia question number 3. If you East Buchanan guys can get this one now, you got power to spare.
As of this morning, how many collective Saints varsity football career wins do Coach Clevenger and Coach Sherman have? So I want the number of wins collectively between Coach Clevenger and Coach Sherman.
So for those who don't know, Joe, what does that mean? Who is this? If you're listening from East Buchanan, like, who are you talking about? Okay,
Right.
I know that this coach, or maybe I've heard that this coach is Clevenger. I've heard that. What's this Sherman thing? What's that have to do with anything?
Yep. So obviously Coach Clevenger is the current coach. I believe this is his 23rd.
I want to say 23rd year, I believe.
Yep, at the helm of the Saints here. And then the long-term coach before that, a couple of coaches before Clevenger, was Coach Sherman, who I believe also had a 20-plus year run here at Saint Ansgar. For those of you East Buck folks, you may have heard of Iowa quarterback Matt Sherman, who went here to Saint Ansgar. The Coach Sherman would be Matt's dad. So that's the connection there. So those would be the two winningest coaches in Saints history. So what is their number?
John Hendrickson says 1976. His keyboard is clearly stuck.
I love it. He has one number in his keyboard there in Mazatlan, and it's 1976.
John, that's great.
Thanks for chiming in the chat. We like to make this interactive as we go here into the second half. So we'll let this one sit a while, see if we can get somebody close, and then we'll talk about maybe disclosing that number. It's a good number.
It's a good number, and I'm looking at some higher, some lower. So we're finding a nice range here.
Yep.
It's not 1976, John. You need to lower that a little bit. That's maybe the only clue I'm going to give here.
There you go. The other bonus points, if you can get close and tell me which coach has more, Sherman or Clevenger.
Oh my. We might get some that just take the guess as to which have more without throwing a number out there. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, we'd take
but
that
the
too.
trivia question is the number, and you're welcome to guess who has more. And by the way, while we're here, and because that number, actually, I know who has more, only because I've listened to the Ref Bros podcast. If you haven't listened to the Ref Bros podcast, I really recommend you do. Get on Spotify. A couple of great dudes from Charles City who have spent a lot of time, a lot of years reffing. Pretty cool to hear from a referee perspective. Just about sports and about working with coaches and working with kids and maintaining the game and all the things the refs do. The first 6 episodes are in baseball. Really drew me in because I'm really I love baseball, and I'm going to go to the boys coming in here. But then episodes 7, better get on the right screen here if I'm going to change that. Through 11 now are football, and in episode number 10, he actually interviews Coach Clevenger.
Yep. They talk about rules. They talk about things that happen, what coaches' perspectives are on the job the refs do, and vice versa. It's really, really interesting, fascinating podcast. You get a chance to check it out.
Yep. Check out Spotify and look up the Ref Bros. Episode number 10 has Coach Clevenger.
So the Saints come out here in the second half looking to reverse. Really, they need things to go 180 degrees different than they did in the first half here, and they start with the football, and they'll look to change that tone right away here in the third quarter. So we're about 3 minutes from the kickoff here of the second quarter. We talked about the Saints have just 52 yards of offense. East Buchanan has just over 200 yards of offense. And despite those numbers, the Saints are right in this football game. They just need to come out here early in this first half and make a statement on offense, punch that ball into the end zone, and here we go, right? Then you need to stop on defense, and now we're right back in this thing. So I'm sure there was a lively conversation in the locker room there at halftime with a bunch of adjustments being made, and whether that is tactical, right, of hey, we're gonna approach this differently, or it's simply hey, we need you to do something differently in your position. So we'll look for those. It's been good to see Connor King out there as much as he can, and Christian Michaels. Neither one of them are playing full time on offense. I haven't seen Christian Michaels on offense at all, so it looks like they're playing mostly defense tonight. That has hampered the Saints' running game, no doubt about that. So that's an adjustment that we're going to have to look to make. Either next guy's going to have to step up in there and find those seams, or we're going to continue to throw it. And that's really what we saw the Saints do before half, was just we're just going to go the air.
It seemed like that's where the success was coming. And honestly, if they can see some success there and spread some things out, then maybe their running game comes back a little bit.
Right.
Hey, guess what time it is? It's getting really close to third quarter, and when we see third quarter, we see. You just get to listen to. Slammin' Sammy P, 5th grade broadcast extraordinaire. He's going to share with us his talents here in the third quarter. Those of you from East Buchanan, you are in for a treat. I got the wrong camera going here. Like, why do we want to see that?
We want to see the quality. The field looks beautiful tonight, by the way.
It does look nice. That was my bad. We should have told you we were on your camera there, Duke. But,
we're off it now if you need to rest your arms.
Yep. Slammin' Sammy, do you have a guess on the trivia question?
I have no idea.
No idea.
Probably should have done my study on this. Probably should have watched the Ref Bros podcast. But
you would have an idea of part of it by watching the Ref Bros podcast. And it's not too late. It'll be up there tomorrow, too, after your Saturday morning cartoons or whatever you guys do in the 5th grade. As we get ready to start this second half, Slammin' Sammy is going to handle a kickoff. Do you want to tell him what that number is? We didn't get a right number, by the way. We got
pretty close.
We got some close.
Yeah.
Yep.
The combined wins of Coach Sherman and Coach Clevenger are 365. 365 combined wins. It's very close race, but Coach Clevenger passed him this year, the 184.
And there.
Oh.
Ball is out.
And East Buchanan recovers. Rough start for the Saints as they fumble the opening second half kickoff, and East Buchanan has the ball in business at the 31-yard line. You can hear the I don't know what the right word is, the frustration in Slammin' Sammy P's voice here, or his breath maybe.
And you can hear the noise on the other side of the field over here as well.
A big hit knocks that ball loose. They rush to the line.
Hand off the middle.
That's Wilgenbush, I believe, on the carry. The Saints are tearing at that football trying to get it back. Gains 4, be second down and 6.
It usually results in a couple extra yards to the running back when we're focused on tearing the ball out instead of getting the guy down. So we hope that doesn't happen here if you're on the Saints side of this.
We really just need to get a stop, hold them to a field goal, get that momentum rolling on the next offensive drive, and see what we can do.
Saints got to bounce back here quickly. Torn
gets up and goes. It is slung forward for the first down. It looks like they audibled to an under center run. Looks like he was back in shotgun, went up under center, handed it off left to Torn.
Dylan Brum in on the tackle, but not before they gains the line there and gets a first down. So not right at the 20-yard line. Let's call it 1st and 10, 20-yard line. St. Ansgar fumbles the second half kickoff, and East Buck is looking to capitalize.
Torn goes out left. Torn will get around 5 or 6 or 7.
Running like a man possessed over that left side. Hard to bring down. We talked about it all night, but he the first guy very rarely brings him down, and that's made a huge difference in this game. He knows the football, touching the 15 inside the red zone here for the first time in the second half for East Buchanan.
Looks like the East Buchanan crowd is getting riled up. I mean, we really need to just do something to get us some momentum.
Need a momentum changer here.
Here's Russell, handoff up the middle. He will look like he'll get the first down. It'll be first and goal, East Buchanan.
First and goal, East Buchanan inside the 10-yard line. Hard running there. I don't know how else to describe it. The guy's just really hard to bring down, and that's Wilgenbush on that carry, I believe. They're making big holes with that offensive line, getting to the second level and creating big seams and big holes for their running backs to go through. And you can see the first guy through there gets the ball.
Home quick. Wrestle under center. Hand off. He runs over his own lineman. That was Bowers who just trampled his own lineman. It looks like it'll be second down and goal at the 6.
3 big plays coming up here for the Saints defense. Gonna need 3 stops.
I mean, we almost had a big play touchdown on that bubble screen pass, but I mean, we still had a big play out of it, but just couldn't get enough air.
You're right.
But hopefully we can get a stop here. And hopefully I didn't just jinx us. All right, here's Russell under center. Hand off to Bowers. Bowers will be stuffed.
Bottled up nicely in the backfield. No gain for Bowers.
3rd down.
1 stop down. We said they need 3. There's 1.
Yeah.
2 more to go.
1 at a time, guys. 1 at a time.
Tyke Remster in on the tackle. Does a nice job cleaning that thing up in the backfield.
Yeah, we need to be doing more of this. Just stopping them at the line of scrimmage.
Hunter Hillman is there first, and Tyke comes in and helps him finish the deal.
Russell. Take the snap. Fumbles the snap! And it will be hit by Chase Nesback. That was almost a big opportunity. Good job by Russell to cover that ball. But even better play by choosing to knock him down in the backfield.
Looks like East Buchanan's going to attempt their 3rd field goal of the season. They are 1 for 2 on the season in field goals. This is Venezuela's their place kicker.
Hey, maybe we could get a block.
There you go. How about a block and a return here?
Yeah.
Sound all right? I actually don't think you
Tough.
That sounds exactly right, Joe.
Here's Snap, hold, good.
Oh,
it is blocked!
That's the block. It is
blocked. I called it. Saint. That is Christian.
Sammy.
Was that
Corbin? I think it's Corbin. I think it's Corbin.
Gets the block. Recovered by Dylan Brown.
He was not going to allow that thing to go to get off the punter, the kicker's foot. He comes flying into the end. Huge momentum change for the Saints after fumbling the opening kickoff here in the second half. They force a field goal attempt, and Corbin Michaels blocks it. And the Saints have the football for the first time here in the second half.
Schweizer under center. Hand off to Michaels. Michaels bursts through a hole. He gets 8 on the carry. These Saints will be marching on.
That looks like the Saints offense we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Gain of 8 on first down for Corbin Michaels, who makes the play on the punt block or the field goal block and then comes right back and gains 8 on first down.
And these guys are moving. That play clock is only at 22 seconds right now, and these guys are at the line.
Fuzon under center again. Hand off to Michaels again. Michaels! Ooh, I thought
he didn't have the ball.
It's hard to tell who's got the ball, isn't it, Sammy?
Man.
We wanted him to have the ball.
That was Witt with the carry.
It is Witt with the carry. He gets the first down. We'll take it.
Not a 3 out.
We'd have taken the Corbin touchdown going the other way, but the first down works for now. 2 running plays and a first down for the Saints on the ground. That's their first running first down of the night, gentlemen.
I think we caught them off guard. I think they thought it was going to Christian too. Corbin. We saw hand off to Corbin. Who breaks through? Corbin Michaels to the 40, 35, 30. Gets to the 25-yard line.
Just what the Saints ordered there.
Corbin
play.
Michaels moves those chains, and the Saints are rolling.
40-plus yard run for Corbin Michaels on 1st and 10.
That time he did have the ball.
And the Saints are working themselves right back in this thing.
And the momentum shift is just altering everything right now.
Corbin Michaels, man possessed right now.
He's on under center again. Hand off to Christian Michaels, who gets around 3.
We got Christian on offense now.
Yep, that's I believe the first Christian Michaels sighting on offense that I've seen tonight anyway. So the senior says, put me in, coach. I'm playing through this thing because we're not going home this way. I love it. Love to see it. Spark that they need. Going to give them 5, Sammy, on 1st down.
Woo.
The offensive line's playing so much better.
Yeah.
Somebody motivated those guys in the locker room.
Actually, saw under center again. And off to Christian again. Christian breaks through. Christian Michaels gets to the
inside the 5, right? 5-yard line? Yeah. 1st and goal, Saints.
Already with a second offensive snap. Making plays here.
Credit to the offensive line. They made some adjustments. They did not play well in the first half, if I'm being real honest. They're playing great in the second half to start this thing.
You can see 79. He's their big recruit, and we're just able to block him. That's something we really haven't been able to do, but we're just able to now. And after Christian again gets nothing.
Tackled by Wilgenbush there. Nice tackle. Met him in the backfield. Brings him down.
One of these times, Jason's going to keep this ball.
Yeah, we've been setting that up all night, and I believe you will see that soon. Sammy, ball on the 5-yard line still? Just inside, maybe?
Play action pass.
Sammy's making a call here. He says play action pass coming.
Never mind. no.
He doesn't like this formation.
Shwesaw. We'll keep it! Jay Shwesaw! Dive forward!
Red jersey's called touchdown.
Yeah. Inside the 1.
The stripes do not.
1 yard line. Wow.
Inside the 1. It'll be 3rd down.
Maybe you get a little brotherly shove.
A little brotherly shove here. I like it. I think we get a little Reagan Witt. Touchdown right here. You call it, Sammy P.
Good
3rd and goal. To be Mr. Obvious here, Saints have to punch it in. 2 plays, 1 yard, have to punch it in here. Not sure they didn't right there.
Look at the replay. It feels like they did right there. So let's do it now. Ooh.
Ball's out. Was the ball out?
It felt like it was out.
But we recovered it, and you could hear the crowd cheering from the suspense. It was all silent. They get the signal, and we will score.
Touchdown, Saints. 6-16 Saints. Big 2-point conversion play coming up here for your Saints.
Woo. Yeah.
Sammy P's good luck. We love it.
Yeah, you cannot tell from that angle what happened, but it sure felt like that ball came out, didn't it?
Sure felt like it. Must have been across before.
Going for 2 here.
Here's Shwesaw. We'll drop back to pass. Shwesaw rolling out to his right. Shwesaw will loft it up. Caught! Hunter Hillman with the catch. And then it's all of a sudden a 1-score game and a 2-point conversion away from the Saints tying this game up.
Just like that, the Saints are right back in this football game. They battle back. We said it the whole first half. This is a long game, long way to go. The Saints come out in the second half, fumble the kickoff, right, but make a huge stop, block the field goal attempt, march right down the field on the ground, by the way, running it with the offensive line saying, okay, we didn't like how that first half went. Let's change the narrative here in the second half. They do exactly that. It is 16-8. The Saints trail, 4 minutes, 26 seconds to go in the third quarter.
It all started with a block, and then that got our momentum up. We ran a couple of plays around. Corbin with the block, the big run. Christian comes in, 2 snaps, has probably 10-plus yards already, and we end up scoring. And then that was a real lucky.
Look at this pass from JC. He has to leave his feet to get it off over the defender. and somehow Hillman comes up with it.
Dawes really almost swatted that away.
Sure
That
well, he's 6'9". He's got hops, and Jace just made a great throw.
So the Saints rack up more yards on that drive than they did in the entire first half, and exactly what the Saints needed there. Here to rebound in the third quarter. Now it's time for the defense to step up and do the same thing. Freshman Colton Winnie on to kick off.
Saints crowd cheering loudest they have all game. Here's Winnie, kicks it, not the best kick.
Oh, wow.
It will be, I think it got his foot.
Yeah, I think he recovered it right before it went out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and it touched him at that point. So that's a live football on a kickoff.
Yes, it is.
Saints jump on it. That's their ball. So well-placed kick by Winnie. Not the longest kick, but well-placed. And the Saints will start on defense here in this third quarter. After making the nice stand inside the red zone last time, Saints look to repeat.
You know, that's the thing with Winnie. It seems like when he kicks, it's not the longest kick, but it seems like it always throws the opposing team off, whether it's the distance or there's just something about that kid's kicks.
All right, here's Russell, takes a snap. Handoff.
Bowers
doesn't go anywhere. Saints defense with the stop. There will be a flag, though.
I think that is a after the play flag. Yeah.
It looks like it'll be on
like
Saints.
Saints get a retaliation penalty there, I believe you'd call that.
Wow. Oh.
I don't know exactly what happened. Looked like it was after the play. Delay game against the Saints. So they.
That's kind of a weird call.
Yeah,
like
my guess is somebody kicked or flipped the football or tossed it somewhere. I don't like that call in a playoff game. Come on.
It was not a delay of game.
That's okay. Thank you.
Personal foul on Cheesy.
Got it. That's what I thought I saw. So personal foul there against the Saints.
All right, here's Russell.
Gives East Buchanan free 15.
I had it off of the middle.
That's torn.
It's torn. He wasn't able to break through to the second level that time. Good job by the Saints defense.
For sure. That's the biggest change we saw there from the first half is he was turning those into 10-yard plays in the first half. Saints limited into 3 on first down. Ball across midfield into Saints territory.
I mean, we just crashed out. I could see a gap. It looks like he just ran a bit to the left. That might have been a big play. But here's Russell under center again. Hit off to Tord, who doesn't go anywhere again. This will be a 3rd and 5.
Good play by Reagan Witt. Torn slow to get up there after that hard tackle.
Whew. Looks like their lineman number 68, Andrew Hassel, I believe that's how you say it.
3rd down and 6 here. Ball across midfield. Big play for the Saints defense. This has been a physical game, and it's starting to take its toll on both teams. You can see guys slow to get up already.
Motion. Russell. Hit off to Tord. Tord will not go anywhere. Saints defense with a huge stop, and it looks like East Buchanan will have to punt it for, I believe, the first time this game.
Huge play. Is that Tyke Remster throwing his body around like a weapon in there? Watch this thing.
There's Tyke. You see him going out, and then he comes back in and go.
You can see him get it
bounce
ready.
And then a host of Saints bring him down behind the line.
And that starts with Christian Michaels grabbing his feet, slowing him down.
Yep.
Let's not fumble this.
Yep. Yeah, here we go. Brum and Remster back to return Fox's kick.
They're linemen to kick. Good high boot, though. Remster will fair catch it, fumble it, though, but it will be recovered by the Saints. It was fumbled this time, but it wasn't recovered.
Did he call for a fair catch there?
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
okay, I thought I saw the fair catch, and then it slips out of his hands.
But
Dylan Brum's there to help him jump on it. Long field for the Saints here. So they couldn't take advantage of the short field in the first half, but here in the second half, they put a nice long drive together. Let's see if they can do it again. Saints will be right back in this football game here. Down a score in a 2-point conversion with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Let's get some more momentum going. Looks like we'll have a 4-wide receiver set out here. No man in the backfield. Man in motion, Christian Michaels. Swings back out. We will...
I think he
not
kept
fumble.
there. Yeah, I think Jace kept it and just lost his footing. So not much on first down. Calls ahead for half a yard. Bowers in on the tackle.
And I appreciate the comments in the comment section.
Keep them coming.
Yeah.
We love the interaction.
We saw under center again. Handoff Michaels. Michaels will fall forward for about a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Saints.
Yep, short gain there. Was that Christian on the carry?
Yep, I believe it was.
Sure is. Christian Michaels. Good to see him back in there on offense again. Tough kid who I'm sure at half said, put me in. I want the ball in the second half.
Oh, I'm sure
and
he's
he's been the spark that the Saints needed to get going on offense here. Big play. I'm going to call it 3rd and 6. Under a minute to go in the third quarter.
Most likely pass play. Shweesaw under center. Drops back. Shweesaw will try Carson Sparrow. Incomplete. No flags. Looks like he slipped a bit there, but
Yep.
so bring on the punt team.
Good coverage by Dawes there.
Hopefully Carson can boot this one so that we could get a stop here.
Need a good kick here. Yep, I agree.
And get better field position.
Let's get one of those low, nice rollers, get up behind the returner and let that thing roll down and flip the field here.
That's a long way to flip that field.
It is.
Sparrow. Oh, yeah, it's a roller. It gets to the 50, bounces back to the 47. Not that bad. Not that bad. Gets it into East Buchanan field position. So, East Buchanan.
Yeah, the Saints had all the field position in the first half and couldn't do anything with it, and East Buchanan had none, and were able to put long drives together. The opposite has been true here in the second half. East Buchanan's had the field position, but has not been able to do anything with it. Saints defense will be tested here again.
Yeah. I mean, still, for how many yards East Buchanan had in the first half? Only 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Lots of noise here. Russell, handoff, to Torn. Doesn't get anywhere again. Can't break through that. That was Corbin Michaels and Reagan Witt who brought him down.
Yep, they did a nice job of getting him out there in the backfield and getting him down.
Yeah.
We talked about it at half. They do such a good job of falling ahead. I mean, he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, but he gets 3 on the play just because he's able to power through and fall forward for those 3 yards.
Well, look at this. After he's down here, you see bodies flying like popcorn at the movie theater out here. Look at this, just flying out there.
Looks like Michaels
There's
got
a lot of activity.
flung under that
That'll
play.
be the last play of the third quarter. Looks like East Buchanan's not going to run another one. And we head to the fourth quarter with the Saints trailing 16-8. But a good quarter for the Saints as they get themselves back in this football game, trailing by just a score.
Yeah, so those of you out there commenting on Slammy Sammy, man, that was a quick quarter, dude. But thanks for coming. We really appreciate your being here today. This, of course, is our last broadcast regardless of the outcome.
Sadly.
Because the next game will be in the Dome for the winning team here today. But, hey, man, cheers to you. Thanks for coming in here.
Good work, man.
Slam and Sammy, great job. You probably hear from this guy during basketball season, right, when we're allowed to broadcast again.
Yep.
But thanks for being here, dude.
Yep, this is
Appreciate
Slam
it.
and Sammy B. Signing off.
Attaboy.
And you've been our good luck charm, so you may have to stay close because we may need you here.
Yeah, you want to hang out in here with us? You want to hang out? You want to just hang out in here with us and help out?
So the fourth quarter starts with East Buchanan with a second down and 7 just across midfield into Saints territory at the 49-yard line. This has been a great football game as predicted. Physical, tough game. And really a tale of two halves so far. The third quarter was really the complete opposite of the first 2 quarters here. Let's see how the fourth quarter plays out as we decide this game. Handoff goes to Torn up the middle. Gain of 3 on 2nd and 7 will make it 3rd and 4. So the Saints have done a much better job of tackling Mr. Torn. Maybe now that we know how his name is pronounced, that's going to help us here.
Maybe that's it.
Have done a good job of bringing him down with that first set of tacklers instead of it taking the second or third. Third and a long 4 here for East Buchanan on what is the latest biggest play in this football game. It is about to happen here.
They're coming in hot.
Handoff Torn. Does not get the first down. He's going to be short of the first down. Good job of tackling by the interior of that Saints defensive line in the middle of the linebacker crew. They do a great job of limiting him to 2 yards on that play. It'll be 4th down and 2 and a big decision for East Buchanan's coaching staff. Let's see what they decide to do here. 11 minutes to go in the football game. They lead by 8. 2nd down and a long 2. From the 44-yard line. Looks like they're going to run a play, and they are. Handoff to Torn. He gets the first down. They got the ball outside there on the Saints. You could tell that was their mission there, and he does a nice job of plowing through a Dylan Brum tackle for a first down. So first down East Buchanan at the 36 or 37-yard line.
Great job by Duke Scoop here with camera work.
Jay squeezed out Dylan Brum in on the tackle. Puts Bowers in motion, hands it off to him. Going to try to find the outside. Breaks a couple of tackles. And now he's getting pushed ahead. Going to gain 6 or 7 on the play. All second effort, all push there. Looks like the Buccaneers have decided they got to get the ball outside here, and they've done that very effectively the last 2 plays. Shut him down after a gain of 4.
And he is hard to tackle.
Yeah. Doing a lot of spinning and moving and shaking and hard to bring down.
So they take Remster giving credit for that tackle.
Hunter Hillman's right there as well. Hunter's had a good night. Defensively for the Saints. In the wishbone. Go to Buccaneers. Hand off to Bowers. He's brought down after a short gain. Christian Michaels gets to him first in the backfield, trips him up. And then I believe Corbin and Reagan finish him off. Gonna call him down right at the line of scrimmage. I don't think any gain there. They're gonna call that 3rd and 5.
Mary scoreboard is in the corner. Saints 8, East Buchanan 16 here in the 4th quarter. Top left corner of the screen.
3rd down and 5 for the Buccaneers. Handoff goes to Torn, and he's short of the first down again. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 2. 4th and 2. Inside the 30-yard line goes the football. Saints defense looks to get a stop here on 4th down. The clock runs. East Buchanan's happy to see that thing run down. Saints need to stop here on 4th down.
They really need to stop.
In a wishbone. Looks like we have a whistle prior to the snap. Timeout East Buchanan. Well, East Buchanan calls the timeout on that play. Looked like that was going to Torn up the middle again. And the Saints were that was going to be a.
Is there an opportunity to go to Duke here on the timeout here, Duke?
Let's
if you can hear us. Let's see how that.
Duke, what do you see in there as we start the 4th quarter?
He's got his camera going. Let me get your volume turned up here just a second here, Duke. All right, what's the feel? What's going on down there?
Well, as you can see, the Saints have kind of clawed their way back into this game. Didn't really have much offense in the first half, but now they scored. So, you mentioned earlier, Eric, it looks like players are popping around like popcorn even after the play's done. It's getting kind of chippy down here. You see some players on both sides, giving little shoves after the play, a little bit of late hits. We saw that person foul on Cheesy earlier. So, last thing you want to do if you're either team is to wipe out a big play for your own guys by doing a dumb penalty. So, we'll see how both teams can handle their emotions here in the last 9 minutes of this one.
Awesome. Thank you, Duke. As always, we appreciate the view from the sideline and the voice to go with it.
Under 9 minutes to go. 4th and 2 for East Buchanan. inside the Saints' 30-yard line. They've already converted 1 4th down on this drive. Looks like they're trying to get him drawn off sides. They don't do it. The ball goes to Thorne. He's tackled in the backfield by Connor King. Connor King with the hammer to turn the Buccaneers over on downs. It'll be Saints ball just inside the 30-yard line. 8 minutes, 53 seconds to go in the game. Saints trail by 8.
Great stop by the Saints there. More than anything, momentum changer. We've been kind of working on momentum this entire half. What a great stop for the Saint Ansgar Saints. And
Connor King playing like a senior who doesn't want to be done. And that's what you need at this point. It's those seniors to carry you through. They don't want this thing to end. Handoff goes to Corbin Michaels around the end. He finds that edge, runs ahead for a first down and more. Gain of 15 on first down for Corbin Michaels as he refuses to go down. Finds the edge and just refuses to get tackled. Ball's at the 45-yard line. And quickly it's 1st and 10 Saints near midfield.
And that edge is stoutly covered. But he just wasn't giving up. He just keeps looking for holes until he finds one here.
Yep, good. Hunter Hillman out front getting a key block. And then he makes a man miss here, number 1. Runs right through that arm tackle. And it's a 15-yard gain for Corbin Michaels. Schwiesow hands it off. It's Connor King with a 10-yard gain on first down. 12-yard gain on first down. And it'll be another first down Saints across midfield into Buccaneer territory, and the Saints are driving. Now the Saints are quick to the line here. Schwiesow hands it off to Corbin Michaels. Good gain again on first down. Let's give him 7. The Saints' run game, they had committed to it at halftime. They made some adjustments, and they have come out and out-physicaled East Buchanan in the second half.
It is downright deceptive. I was sure that ball went to the first guy. Not the case.
Part of why it's so effective. It's so hard to tell who has the football here. Schwiesow. Corbin Michaels again. Face mask. Are we going to get a penalty? We are not.
You had him by the helmet, not by the face mask itself.
I don't believe you can grab him inside the helmet either, but we don't see a penalty, so it is 3rd down and very short for the Saints after Corbin Michaels' nice gain. In fact, they're going to measure this close enough that the officials are going to take a look. Now they call a first down for the Saints. So they decide this is a first down, Saints, without even having to measure. First down Saints inside the 35-yard line. 7 minutes, 42 seconds to go.
Here's a replay on that run right here.
Yes,
got him
by the back of the helmet, cranks his head around.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I thought maybe he had by the side of his helmet, but clearly it was the inside the back.
Connor King with the hand. Carries for 3. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. Just outside the 30-yard line of the Buccaneers for the Saints. Clock's running here. Just over 7 minutes to go in this game.
So we got a little secret here, but we're going to tell you after the play here.
Schwiesow hands it off to Corbin Michaels, who's met in the backfield, tackled very nicely there by Torn. That's 44 Torn again. We said what he's done on offense. He's played just as well on defense tonight.
Sammy's been a bit of good luck charm, so we kept him up here in the booth with us. He's got his ears on. And for those of you who are commenting on Sammy, thank you. Joe, you're still calling. Joe's calling her, right? But Sammy, you got little pieces of information here that you want to throw in. You kind of get to be the second guy instead of the first guy here a little bit. That's
Schwiesow back to pass, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. Brought down there by by Wilgenbush is there first, and then 63 there in to help clean it up, which I believe is Clay Wilgenbush. So another Wilgenbush. I don't know if they are twin brothers or cousins or unrelated last names, but either way, it's 4th down 13. And Saints are going to spread them out here. Five receivers. We got a big fella on the bottom of the screen. Passed over the middle, intercepted by Bowers, and he's going to go. He is very quick. One man to beat. Jace can't bring him down. That'll be a touchdown, Buccaneers, on a pick 6. What started as an arm punt, I was about to say arm punt, and unfortunately for the Saints, Bowers returns it all the way for a touchdown. No flags on the field, I don't believe.
But I just said you're going to throw an arm punt on that one. That's not the guy to throw it to.
No, you can't get it to him. Just overthrown there. Ball sails a little bit on Jace, and it's 22-8 East Buchanan. The Wilgenbush boys are twins, by the way. So 63 and 22 on that sack to set up that 4th down interception.
We'll have to do something.
Saints are going to have to go now. Yep, something big is going to have to happen here for the Saints. With 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go.
They'll go for kickoff field. Go for 2.
They're going for 2 here. Yep, absolutely going to go for 2 here. Trying to make it 24-8. Take it back to 2 full scores is the mission here. Thrown up and incomplete. 2-point conversion is no good.
So that means 2 touchdowns. We have 3 timeouts.
Yep. 3 timeouts, 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Need 2 scores. 2 scores and 2 extra, one PAT and 1 2-point conversion and go win this thing. How's that sound?
That sounds perfect.
Going to take a little bit of magic here for the Saints to cut this deficit.
No 2-point conversion.
So the offense is going to have to get going. Probably going to have to do something through the air here, right? With just the clock against the Saints here. Down by 14. Saints will have to go early.
Looking for a Saint Ansgar miracle here.
There you go. Starts with a good return. How about a good return on this kick?
Quick return
and
touchdown.
Going to have to make a short field here. That helps a lot, I think, if we can find a way to make this field a little shorter for the Saints offense.
And not fumble the ball.
The Saints have played really well in the first half. Not the first half that they wanted to have come back here in the second half and played their brand of football. And I know the coaches made some key adjustments, probably motivated some guys in that locker room, and they've come out and played much better here in the second half. Unfortunately, a mistake puts them behind by 2 touchdowns here with just 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the game.
Squib.
A little short kick is fielded by Mullenbeck and now handed off to Brum.
There goes Brum.
Who's got the edge. Yeah, it makes it. Had that guy covered up, but didn't want to get the holding penalty, which is probably smart, lets him go. And either way, nice return for Dylan. He got the ball across the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Saints at the 37.
Big play. I'd say we're looking for Brum here.
Got to go fast here. I like that. I like that play call. Run that post pattern where Brum goes and runs underneath it, maybe. The defensive backfield of the Buccaneers has played very well all night tonight. They're going to have to on this drive.
Shwisa drops back. Shwisa will fire. He'll look. Incomplete.
Ball falls incomplete. Dangerously thrown pass again. Dylan's covered up 2 guys all over him. Like I said, that defensive backfield has played really well tonight. Nice pass. Dylan almost had a chance to get it on the tip, it looked like.
He did nearly have a chance to get it on the tip. We got the replay here. One good thing on that, incomplete pass does stop the clock.
5 minutes and 31 seconds to go.
Saints down 14 here. Need a quick score. Connor King goes in motion. Shwisa keeps and is brought down in the backfield. Yep, the middle of that defensive line, led by Cody Fox, comes charging through. Nowhere to go for Shwisa. He's brought down for a loss of 3 on 2nd down. Make it 3rd and 13. So just that's again 6'5", 275 to 295, depending on which number you believe. That's a big fella up front to try to block and keep off of that second line, and they're unable to do it here on that play.
No doubt about it.
Brum there, no safety in the back. Shwisa will almost be down. He'll try to maneuver. He'll be sacked.
Sacked again. Brought down by Wilgenbush and Cody Fox. Big loss on the play. And let's see what the Saints do here. Down 14, clock runs, under 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Be 4th down and 18. They don't get any bigger than this. Season on the line for the Saints. Need a big play here. Reagan Witt comes out of the backfield, moves to that tight end position. Schweitzau back to pass.
He'll look, he'll fire.
It's complete, but short of the first down.
No good.
And the Saints will turn it over on downs on their side of the ball. Good pass there, good catch. Just didn't have time to hit that deep receiver. Has to check it down.
Most likely the verses.
This East Buchanan team has impressed me tonight. They've played really well. We talked about it coming in, that this was going to be a battle. They played way above their seed the last several weeks.
Doubt.
Everybody knew that this was going to be that kind of game, and it certainly has turned out to be. So the Saints are going to need a big play here. Going to need a turnover, quick change to try to get back in this thing with 4 minutes to go. Hand off to Bowers.
Bowers spins and slung forward for round 8.
Good game by Bowers on first down. Takes the ball to the 30-yard line.
This will probably be Slam and Sammy signing off for the second time. Go Saints, but we fought hard, we tried hard, but looks like we weren't able to get going in the first half. And that took its toll on the Saints.
Yep, exactly. This score holds. That first half slow start had doomed the Saints. They couldn't afford to do that against this team, and unfortunately, everything goes against them in that first half, and dug too big of a hole to try to claw out of here in the second half. So the clock will run under 3 minutes to go. 3rd down and 2 here. Saints will need 2 big plays here because they will obviously go for it. It's 4-down territory for them. They're going to try to burn as much of that clock. They'll be under 2.5 minutes to go in the game with the Saints down 2 scores after this play.
Yeah, and the thing for me is looking at these stats coming into this game, East Buchanan played a heck of a job on defense, and it seemed defensively we had a chance to score some points on these guys, but they are really taking it to us, keeping us out of the end zone. Offensively, just pushing us down the field.
Yep, first down East Buchanan there, and that will likely do it.
There's a Slam and Sammy signing off.
So it's first down East Buchanan. Let's talk a little bit about this group of Saints. So proud of this group and what they've done. Like I said, unexpected, I think, coming into the year. They knew this team was going to be good. We didn't know how good they could be, and they have played a whale of a season. It's been a lot of fun to come along for the ride. As Saints TV kicks off here, football for the first time. This was so much fun to be a part of this, and I know for the Saints on the field, this isn't how they wanted their season to end. But I tell you what, the community is proud of you. We couldn't be happier to be a part of it, and thanks for taking us along for the ride.
Yeah, no kid. We've had so much tremendous support here along the way. This has been a great season for the Saints. It's been a great season to broadcast. We've seen tremendous support to those seniors out there, those 11 seniors who are playing their last game here right now. Hats off to you guys. You had a whale of a season. And I can do nothing but wish East Buck success. There's 2 games left, right? I mean, this is a nice opportunity for them to show what they're worth here these next 2 games.
Yep, exactly. It has been a fun season. Let's shout out those seniors here. Saint Ansgar does call a timeout to try to preserve some time here. But during that timeout, let's go through it. Eric talked about it, 11 seniors who have poured their heart and soul into this program. You don't play football because it's super fun all the time, right? Or because it's easy. You play football because it's rewarding, because you want to be a part of something bigger than yourself. And these guys are the epitome of Saint Ansgar football and all of that. Let's go through them. Number 8, Carson Sparrow. 10, Tyke Remster. 24, Chris Corbo. 27, Connor King. 36, Christian Michaels. Number 41, Reagan Witt. Number 42, Hunter Hillman. number 64, Matthew Easley, 68, Jacob Eberling, 77, Chase Nedved, and number 86, Toby Kennedy. Hats off to you, gentlemen. Thank you for what you've done for our program. You have left your mark. You have built your legacy here at Saint Ansgar football with a 10-win season. And thanks for taking us along for the ride. So with 2 minutes to go, the Saints burn their second timeout. It'll be 3rd and 3 here with 2 minutes to go in the game. The Saints need a miracle here with 2 minutes to go, down 14.
Yeah, 3rd down and just said it, Joe. 3rd down and 3 here at the 15-yard line.
Yep, exactly. And you know, I wanted to get that in because I wanted to do that for those seniors and just recognize those guys for what they did. They aren't giving up on the field. You could trust me, right? We're calling timeouts. They're actively coaching down there.
About it.
I don't mean to say this game's over a second before it's over, because the players and the coaches are not at all throwing in the towel. But I wanted to make sure we had the opportunity to get that in during the live broadcast, so we went ahead and did that. But obviously, going to need a stop here, and then some sort of quick play, score, an onside kick, and another quick one. That's what's going to have to happen here for the Saints to try to pull off the miracle here in the last 2 minutes. It is Thurm who goes around the end and into the end zone for a touchdown to seal this one for East Buchanan. Hats off to East Buchanan. They played a whale of a football game tonight. I think they will go far. They will make some noise in the dome. We talked about going in the pregame. Both of their losses were either fluky losses or losses to really good, bigger schools.
Oh yeah.
So we knew, as Saints TV and as Saints fan, I can tell you, the coaching staff knew that this was going to be a tough matchup for our Saints, and this is why you play those games. And I have a feeling East Buchanan continues this run next week as they head to the semifinals in Cedar Falls in the Unidome next Thursday.
And the question came up, who do they play? And I don't know if we have any information on that, any insight on who they might play.
No, it'll depend on how the other games go tonight, and then it'll be based on those rankings that we did in pregame. It'll be, East Buchanan will likely be the 4 seed unless Logan Magnolia wins, because they're the only other unranked team in the final 8. So they will be the 4. We'll play the 1, who, if the rankings hold and the favored teams win, I believe would be Woodbury Central there, who throws the ball a lot. So that'll be an interesting matchup for East Buchanan if that's who they end up with, because on the turf inside a team that throws the ball a lot would be something really fun to see. So
I'm just to make just a quick little comment out here. Saints TV is all for good. It's all for enjoyment. And if you don't have something nice to say in the chat, just don't bother saying anything. All right? Like, we've got over 1,000 people here watching and enjoying the game. Please don't. The couple of you who are throwing some slanderous comments are about, just hang up your fingers and just enjoy the rest of the game.
Right,
all right?
That's right. It's a high school football game. These guys have battled their tails off. They played a great game and great seasons by both teams. We talked about it on that first playoff game. It sucks that only one team out of the entire class gets to go home happy, right?
No doubt.
So the Saints make it to the final 8 on what has been a great season, and one we will remember for a long time. So the Saints trail 30-8. They'll have the ball here with 1:53 to go. The ball was kicked out of bounds there, so the Saints get the ball at the 35-yard line. That was a let's just not let them return it kick, right? The only thing that East Buchanan can't have happen is quick scores, big plays.
I think. Yeah, I can.
Saints stand up again. They're not done. They're not giving up, right? Corbin Michaels with a nice gain. Up the sideline he goes, inside the 30, still on his feet. So they say he stepped out of the bounds inside the 30-yard line at the 27-yard line. So the Saints are still playing hard, still giving it everything they got. Corbin Michaels with a nice carry. Minute 42 to go. 1st and 10, ball at the 27-yard line.
Great play by Corbin on that one.
Yeah, and the adjustments they made at halftime, the running game has really clicked here in the second half. Just had too big a hole to dig out of. And obviously that pick six was kind of the backbreaker there with 4.5 minutes to go in the game. But the running game has turned it on in the second half. Corbin Michaels with a great game here in the second half running the football. And he's the future, right, of that backfield. Pass out to Tyke Remster. It's complete inside the 20-yard line. They're going to say he is out of bounds there. So the clock stops. Ball inside the red zone for the Saints. Minute 37 second to go. 2nd down and 2. Saints offense goes down the field quickly here. Schwiesau back to pass again. Throws it up looking for Carson Sparrow. It is caught but out of bounds. Carson makes the catch, but he's forced out of bounds before he can get a foot down by the defender.
That's a great pass, great catch. Just need the field to be a little bigger. Yeah, I can see where he's out of bounds there on the sideline, Cam. Pretty easy call for the official on that one.
Yep, absolutely. Just a little wide there. Saints will try again here. 3rd down and 2 from the 18. Handoff goes to Witt, who plows ahead right at the 1st down marker. Looks like they're going to give the Saints a 1st down. 1st and 10. They will set the chains and the clock will start. Got to go fast here. Ball at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10, Saints in the wishbone here. Now they kick Corbin Michaels out. Pass, Schwiesau to Sparrow again. Ball's tipped and falls incomplete. Good job by Sparrow to get a piece of that thing. I thought it was going to be picked off, and then I thought for a second maybe he was going to catch it.
We've seen a couple of those tonight.
We have. He nearly tipped it to himself, but it falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Incomplete pass stops the clock.
Wow.
Really close.
Really close.
Thought he had it there for half a second. Saints try again. Schwiesau under center. Back to pass. Looking for Remster. It's caught in the flat. Tackled inbounds. Good job by the defender there to keep him in bounds. Saints will call timeout. It'll be 3rd down and 1 at the 9-yard line after the timeout.
Smart play by the defender to keep him in bounds on that one. Clearly he was doing that intentionally. Keep that clock rolling or force us to use a timeout.
Yep, that's just really good heads-up football by that young man. Make sure to keep him in bounds. So the Saints will wrap up a 10-1 season here in 2023. Fun football season. Really proud of the effort from these guys all season and all night. It just doesn't go the Saints' way. That happens, right? This is
it does happen.
This is why they play the games. And again, proud of the effort. Proud of the season. It's been a whale of a fun ride tonight. And you tip your hat to East Buchanan. They played a great football game. Came out really well tonight in that first half. They knew they needed to jump on us early. They did exactly that. And the Saints dig too big a hole to climb out of here. And they'll end their season at 10-1. We've got a whistle. Offsides is going to be the call in East Buchanan, so that'll give the Saints a 1st down here. Must have been lined up in the neutral zone or started early. I couldn't tell there, but it'll be 1st and goal Saints from the 8-yard line. Excuse me, from the 5-yard line. That'll make it Schwiesau in the shotgun. Official timeout here. They're going to talk this. I don't know if they're talking about the spot or what they're talking about. Well, they get whatever that was situated. They do put the ball at the 4-yard line here. So first and goal Saints here. 1 minute to go in the football game. Schwiesau back to pass. Nobody open, so he pulls it down. Now he throws it out to Hunter Hillman. It's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Schwiesau to Hillman. We've seen that all year. God, I'm going to miss Hunter Hillman going up and catching the football next year.
We are going to miss that next year.
So the Saints get a late touchdown here. 53 seconds to go in the game. Saints now trail 30-14. So, no, there's no quit in this Saints football team, right? We talked about it. They weren't done, and they're not done. They drive down the field, punch one in here. And they're going to go for two. Schwiesau in the wishbone. Hands it off to Corbin Michaels, who stretches it out and into the end zone for a good 2-point conversion. That'll make it 30-16. 2:52 to go. So the Saints get a touchdown here, drive down the field in less than a minute. Really impressive drive there to end this game. East Buchanan will be able to kneel this one out. So the Saints are going to have to try an onside kick or something tricky here on the kickoff to try to give themselves one more opportunity to have the football. With the Saints do not have any timeouts. A 25-second play clock, a couple of kneel downs in this game will be over. So the Saints will have to try to get the ball here on the kickoff.
Some of you asking for score updates there. I think we saw a West Hancock 44-22 victory over Wapsie. I think I saw that one come through.
Really?
You bet.
Yep. So okay, that is interesting. I think that is what everybody thought might happen, but. Yep. That Wapsie team is looks like the real deal too. Just watching a little film, them and East Buck would have matched up really well. East Buchanan recovers the onside kick, and that'll do it here after a couple of kneel downs in Saint Ansgar. So tough way to end the season. Again, the disappointment's thick in the air.
Oh,
you probably hear it in our voices.
You bet.
It's really hard. This is what's, I love high school sports, and obviously we're very involved in all aspects of things that happen here in Saint Ansgar. This is the tough part. This is the hard part of these sports, is the lessons you learn, the things you go through, the hard work, all those good positive things. It doesn't take away the sting of a night like tonight when things don't go your way. And it's not always about winning and losing. And in I don't know, 6 months, 2 years, a year, 5 years, whatever, this group of seniors, this group of Saints will look back on this year and smile and think, man, that was fun. We beat cross-county rival Osage early in the season. We knocked off the #1 team early in the season, beating West Hancock. Those will be good memories of a fantastic football season. Doesn't end the way the Saints want it to, but that doesn't take away from anything that they accomplished this year. Really proud of this group of kids. And we will be back and strong again next year. That's the thing about a Saint Ansgar football program, right? Is this group of 11 seniors we talked about is going to hand the torch to next year's group of seniors, and the tradition will continue.
You got it. And to that point, this team 2 years ago had a team that just did not have the kind of success that we're used to seeing here in Saint Ansgar. Last year, they improved on that significantly. This year, we didn't have any idea what we were going to expect, and they just wowed us all season.
Yep.
So hats off to these guys. Of course, you don't want to go home with a loss. And like you said, every team but one who enters the playoffs will go home at the end of the season with a loss. So this is not a feeling that other teams aren't feeling along the way.
Right.
But I got to tell you, East Buchanan, thank you for tuning in. I wish you guys luck through the rest of this. Nothing make me happier at this point than to see you guys win a state championship. You guys are solid. You guys are stout. Really, really impressed with the play here of East Buchanan. But for these Saint Ansgar boys, we are so proud of what you gave us this season. Thank you so much.
Yep, absolutely. And before everybody sides off, thank you to Eric Sparrow. This would not happen. the Saints TV would not exist without Eric's drive and passion to make this all happen, and what a cool thing for our community. And we got to see it in action this season in football, and I can't wait for basketball and wrestling and track and volleyball and the future of Saints TV. So, Eric, thank you very much for what you do to make this happen.
It's been a pleasure. We're going to continue to do it for basketball season. So, and by the way, you know what? We'll throw this one out there. We got the jersey, the Give Butter campaign for the jersey. We will be giving that away this week. I don't think I mentioned this, Joe. There's a tie at the top for that coming into the game tonight, a tie. And so you've seen some of the names show up week and week again.
The Saints are going to receive their postseason trophy here. Not the one they wanted, but again, nonetheless, a fantastic achievement and accomplishment for the Saints.
Let's get the echo out.
Saint Ansgar Saints for an outstanding season. The medals and trophies that you are receiving are in recognition of a great season. Congratulations to Coach Clevenger and the Saints for making it to the quarterfinals.
So the Saints will break it down again one last time for those seniors. Emotional night for the Saints. They take their trophy and head to the locker room to reflect on the game tonight, just like we will all do. The sun will come up tomorrow. They will feel much better, with a little time to sleep on it. Maybe it takes a few days. Those losses sting.
Sure it does.
But, again, you make it to the quarterfinals. The last 8 teams remain in the state. A heck of an accomplishment for a team that I think a lot of people didn't expect to go anywhere. So congratulations, guys. Again, I know it's not the way you wanted it to go, but we're proud of you, and we're happy to be a part of it.
Great season, Saints. Glad to come along with you on the ride here. And by the way, that the kudos on the Saints TV. That yes, I'm kind of bringing the equipment, and I've got a great team of guys around me. So thanks, Not Your Average Joe, and thank you, Duke Scoop, and thank you these. Looks like Duke's got his microphone off now.
I was just going to ask, do we want to go back to Duke one time here?
But anyway, I've had a lot of support, not just from the citizens who have given and donated and given us a lot of high fives and chest bumps and all the cool things out there that just make it worth our while. But we got the Saint Ansgar Scream team. We got Ethan up here with me tonight, and we got Kyler down there with Duke Scoop tonight. And it is so much fun. A lot of the graphics come from high school kids. We're just kind of building something here. We're starting from scratch, and we're learning as we go. And so we know that every game is a chance to make an improvement for the next one. We appreciate the great comments that we're seeing here. 235 comments, almost all of them positive. So thank you. Thank you for that. It's nice to be able to include Sammy in that, too.
Yep, absolutely. And let's talk about that jersey one last time. Right before we go here, if you'd like a piece of that, the biggest Give Butter donor of the year gets that 2023 signed jersey. We have a tie right now, Eric. Talk about that.
We have a tie. So coming into tonight, and you see, we put these up. I'm going to put that slide up one more time here so you can see it. But every single week we show who our donors are. We don't say who's donating what. We give, hey, here's who the top donor was. But there are names up here, Tracy and Susan Swift. Thank you. They're up here every single time, and there are many who are up here multiple weeks. Every time you give, you kind of add to your tally. We have that jersey, and I don't have it here with me to show you, but we did a little. You know what I'm talking about. Signed 23 jersey by the 11 seniors. Jersey that will go to whoever the highest donor was here for the football season. So coming into tonight, Joe, we had a tie at the top. Two people with identical tally total donations. Hopefully, after things pan out here this week, we're going to give it one more week to pan out, because I know a lot of these videos will get rewatched and things like that. So we want to give people a chance to get in there. By the way, 100% of the proceeds from the Give Butter campaign go directly to Saints Athletics.
Yep. So the money stays in our community, in our program. we're gonna talk about what we're doing with some of this money as we kind of go. So you guys will get to see, hey, here's what we did with your donations. We were able to support the team and buy new uniforms or new equipment or new whatever that is as the athletic teams here in Saint Ansgar need them. And I could tell you it's going to be a really big deal. This is going to be a huge thing. It just gets bigger every week. Thanks to the students. We talked about that throughout the year, that this is a student-involved organization. We have folks that come and help us at game time. We have folks that work on graphics and videos that you see in the pregame, that are students that are doing that kind of hands-on, real learning, using the tools that we have available through Saints TV, and that's going to do nothing but get better as the years go on. So thanks to everybody for your support there too.
I really appreciate that. I didn't even throw this stat out here, but it was just a few weeks ago. We saw the traction that we were getting for this, and we just kind of softly set a goal. Do you think that you guys could raise $10,000 for the school with this? And the answer was, let's put it out there. And it is amazing. So we put the goal out there, so when you donate, it shows where we're at. And coming into this, we're already over $6,000 worth of donations just from people out there. Average donation somewhere in the $80 range. So thank you, everybody. We're just really proud to be part of this community, proud to be part of this team. We'll be back broadcasting again basketball season.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Going to be obviously a learning process there too. So tune in and help us out. Be like, hey guys, if you did this, that'd be really cool, because we want to be do this first class, and we got better as the football season went on, I think, and I can't wait to do the same thing for basketball season. We're going to do boys and girls games both, Eric, and be as involved as we can in getting every game if possible. Any game that they'll let us broadcast, let's put it that way, we will broadcast.
That's a great point. As new as we are, we don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. So if you're out here listening and you just hit the like button, hit subscribe on that, because with 1,000 subscribers, we have so many more options. We can stream mobily. We can do some things that just enhance the experience. We'll get there. But the sooner we get there, the better it'll be for everybody, because it'll give us some opportunities to get some multiple views, hit some other events that we couldn't hit otherwise because we don't have the full-fledged equipment there. So if you're thinking about subscribing, or you know somebody who's thinking about subscribing, please consider subscribing to the channel. We hit 1,000. It's going to give us a lot of opportunities to make this stream even better.
Yep. So you don't do that on the video. You do that on the channel itself. Correct, Eric? You go to the Saints TV channel and hit the subscribe button. Is what we need you to do.
Yep.
And
that's correct.
You don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to hit the little bell to get notifications. Nothing will happen with your YouTube. It's simply when we post something, it will show up in your feed automatically.
You got it.
That hey, you're subscribed to this, and it helps us out tremendously. I think we're 250 or so away from that 1,000 number. So we're getting thousands of people to watch this every week, and now we need some of you to subscribe.
Yep, you got it. You got it. And we just want to make an impact. So thanks, everybody. We'll stop at that. And again, congratulations, Saints football team, and a wildly successful year. We're really proud of you guys. We will see you guys at basketball season. Thanks for watching.